Today we walked in the enchanted room. 2 people got stuck. We pulled them out. 2 more people went in, got stuck. They got pulled out. Another one goes in, gets stuck.
Like I
I
honestly want
prefer the Fall Guys.
to make like a 5-minute Benny Hill clip for YouTube about
That
that.
should be our theme song.
Like, so it's really funny. Yeah, we have a little Keurig coffee pot advent calendar. It is wonderful and yet horrible.
That's awesome. That's a really clever idea.
I opened mine today and it was like hazelnut holiday or some shit, and it's wonderful. And there's only this much.
Oh yeah.
And then
That's how they get you to then go and buy the whole.
Oh, I know. Oh yes. When it's gone, I can go upstairs and make myself another cup of Wegmans.
Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow
Wait,
creeps
you
on
got your Strahd doll?
steady pace from day to day.
You got your Strahd doll, Chris?
I do. So here.
Okay. There he is.
Are we ready-ish?
Ish.
Good.
Here's an Amber Temple. Upper level library and the Lich's Lair, which is where the party has decided is home base. And if there was a place to make home base in the Amber Temple, this is it. Chairs and couches.
Because we were gonna take a long rest before proceeding, right?
And Chris, you got that partially right. Most of us took a rest, and someone else went and hung out with a bunch of witches.
I think he
Is
ended
No,
there
it
up
only took him
chaotic
like an
evil
hour. He
now?
came back and finished his rest.
I don't know that. Steve Dawson knows that. I'm saying it.
Zezerin did get his long rest, but he seemed to sleep in a little bit.
Tired of hanging out with all those witches all night.
This is a very video game style temple though. So the Flame Skulls got a long rest too.
Oh crap.
After 1 hour after being destroyed, Flame Skulls reforge unless blah 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 blah. But they don't get their spell slots back unless they get a long rest, which they just did. So that's always fun. And Casimir here is coming back upstairs. He spent some time down there, and he looks a little mossus right now. Mossus? Is that an adjective now? Appearing like moss.
I guess it is. It can be both a visual and an action-based adjective.
Because he came to the Amber Temple in the hopes of finding a way to bring back his long-dead sister, who he knows is in a crypt somewhere under Castle Ravenloft. And Moss just pointed him in the right direction.
Yeah, this is a big shortcut.
Yeah. So he is now a tad thrilled and very corpse-like.
The guy knows what he wants.
His sister once dated Strahd, and the village folk didn't like it too much, so they stoned her to death.
So,
how goes the updates?
Oh, I'm on. I'm good.
Oh, cool. Oh, hey, everybody. Yeah, you guys start to wake up little by little. Get whatever morning routine you can muster out of this situation. Moss's undead head is in a book.
Undead head is in a book?
Yep. Moss's undead head is in a book.
Does it look anything like the decapitated head we see?
It's still on his shoulders for now.
Yeah, but no, that's the question I'm asking.
Oh.
The question I'm asking is, does it look anything like the head that we've seen? You know, the reveal of his head sitting on a podium.
I'm confused. I'm too tired for cool. What?
Okay.
Is there like a twist in the words that I'm missing somewhere? He's reading a book.
You did say head buried in a book, so.
Oh. See, I didn't walk into my own traps today. I'm sorry. It's not going to be hard.
We're just trying to figure out if Magnus is the one now that takes the head off, since that's his MO.
What? You can't prove that. There isn't one person without a head that can say that I took it.
That's not true.
A valid point. And technically, the head was in Moss's mouth, so.
Huh? Amber Temple Library.
Ooh. I cut a head off of somebody and they can admit it? Damn it.
Speak with dead. It can happen. Hasn't happened.
You just talk to a head? Hey, talk to me. I just think he's got his hands up his skull. That's an Ander trick. I've seen that before.
Okay.
So as normal, side note, I was dipping around the internet looking for pictures and making banners and thinking of banners that I could make for the future. And I found Ravenborn in Ravenloft. It's a great black and red pseudo demonic-y version. Not that it wouldn't fit in Avernus.
Well, how black and I mean, what's the backdrop? I want to see the picture. Because the bleeding citadel has like a deep black bloody thing going on too.
Yeah.
So.
Give me a second.
Gabriel, if I'm looking at the picture of the Lich's lair correctly, are you sleeping in the Lich's bed? Was that what I'm noticing? Is that just like just, you know, I own this place now.
Just chilling.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm scared.
Anything terrible happen to me?
No, you're fine. Tony, how many days did we have left? Do you remember? I don't remember off the top of my head. Okay, thanks. One day down in the Amber Temple.
Do I wake up next to the Lich, sort of spooning me?
No, not today.
That'd be awesome. There you go. Chris, take a look at that.
Oh.
It even got Raven.
Yeah. Yeah. That is not mistaken Avernus. That is Ravenloft.
Yeah. So, I imagine at this point that's what he looks like in that picture you had for us.
Mm-hmm.
The tapestry.
Yeah. I'm liking that picture. And Red doesn't mind the Raven form at all.
No. I know.
She likes that form. That's when you guys met.
Wait, that tapestry, that really was Butler's character from the other campaign?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
There was a moment on that Tuesday that I described how all eyes were on them. And I
Yeah.
had, like, people from Candlekeep and all the people around the crater that was El Turl and blah, 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 blah. And what I really had done, like, little all eyes in everyone looking through, scrying anything was there. So including the 3 dark powers that were looking through that particular tapestry happened to catch a glimpse of what was happening in that day. Because it really was the turning point. Like, this is the moment. Like, if you can get that Dead Knight on your side, you're probably going to find your way to the sword. And you guys were able to do that. You got some work to do, but the sword is going to be within your grasp soon. Which comes with strings that are attached.
I would imagine.
Yes.
I know nothing about strings.
They're all over I'm a bad man.
I'm so fucking screwed.
I really do like my friends, I promise. I don't have a lot of proof. But, you know. Yeah, so you wake up in the Amber Temple, which is one of the worst places in the multiverse, because I like my friends. And
wait a minute.
So Magnus, that passive perception of yours, that ability to just turn it off is not there. And as you were falling asleep, you noticed there's a secret door right there. But you decided to go to sleep anyways, and you woke up in this morning, and yeah, it's still there. I don't know if you want to make that a priority. Just kind of caught it as you were trying to fall asleep. Oh, look, a secret door. What else is going on here?
Of course, because they don't have Adderall in Barovia.
There has been some noise, possibly spell casting. There might be a tiefling that has some information on that. What else is up?
Where?
There's a dusk
You
elf
don't
who
say.
looks a
We
little
have some
undead now.
tiefling.
There's a dusk elf who has his cloak on a little heavier today because he looks a little more undead than usual. But you're used to that. You have a druid with you too. The same problem. A werewolf who hasn't bothered changing back into human form in like 2 days now.
That can't be good.
And some old man who's just chilling with you guys. You know, he's sitting in a chair.
That can't be good. Because
Oh,
he's
yeah.
run away,
I
come
forgot
back,
about the
run
rogue
away.
poltergeist. He does seem to disappear instead of launch a rather impressive firebolt when he does launch it, but and a rogue that is a ghost but is a survivor and is dead, and I'm not really sure what to do with that one.
We want to save him.
Her,
We want to find him a body,
still her,
a corporeal form.
possibly female.
Oh, the other one, the one that keeps dying. No, I want to give the guy who wants a body.
No, that's still a girl. She's right here.
Oh, the girl is the one that hits everything?
I found a female token before I found a male token, and that was the end of that. Like a session ago or something. Anyways, welcome back to the Amber Temple. I hope you don't die. And play.
Vezrin begins to awaken. Fire coming from the mouth as he yawns.
That little bit of fire actually reflects and reflects off of all sorts of different amber pieces until it heads down the chamber and there's just light everywhere for a minute.
Don't do that. You'll kill us all.
Or like Moss doesn't know about it, but like Butler, you're gonna do that secret door or
Secret door? I don't know nothing about a secret door. What are you saying? There's a secret door somewhere? Why don't you guys go check out what's going on in the library? Make some breakfast.
split the party?
Hey, Gabe, there's a secret door over here.
Want to check it out without the kids?
I know, yeah. If you still want them to be somewhat human.
Yeah, let's go check out the secret door.
Excuse me. Such doesn't.
Now we know if there's something over there. He said, excuse me.
Yeah, Gabe and Magnus are the only two in this room, so you guys could easily check that out without really getting anyone else's attention. Especially if these two other doors are closed. I don't know that situation.
Yeah, they're closed.
Are they?
Are they, though?
Did I close them when I left?
No, I guess that would be your answer.
They're
'Cause
closed
I
now.
would have closed them when we were sleeping. But
Well, they're closed. We'll play it as they're closed.
They're closed now. It is a 10-foot square room. As you open that secret door, hundreds of skulls fall out of the cavity beneath the floor. Looks like you opened a cartoon closet and all these skulls just pour out. I feel bad
That's
telling
a
you.
lot of heads.
I feel bad telling you
There's
that.
Friends of yours? Friends of ours?
Do you take a
I got
look?
a secret, Gabe. And then I opened the closet and all the heads fall down. I think I might have a problem.
so, do we get a sense of what this room was actually used for here?
More than welcome to take a peek. I was wondering if you were going to do that.
Yeah.
Perception? Investigation?
All right.
There's no smell of decay. There's skulls, not like severed, corpse-like heads or anything. So it's just really weird. Oh yeah, you're fine.
our Scooby-Doo sense.
Aha! Secret door.
16, 17.
Both of you can see that there is a door on the other side. It is a lot easier to see when you're inside the secret door. It's like right there. So it leads to an
Is
area
the
that it
door
would be.
inside the secret door? Oh, this is getting weird.
Yeah, it's getting very cartoony. Oh, there's a lot of
There's
skulls
a
in there.
secret door.
It takes a while to pour those out, and that did not go unheard. Whatever that noise was from the library, gentlemen.
Okay.
That takes a little bit of time.
So there are skulls pouring out of the room.
Yay!
How many
What
skulls
did
are
you
we
guys
talking
do?
about?
Do you want to count them?
Enough to make you worry.
Make a just throw a d20 for an intelligence check to see how well you guesstimate. Or do you count them one by one?
Which roll is it?
Intelligence.
Okay.
Well,
17?
You do know that it takes around 5 minutes to get any kind of a path from one side of the room to the other. You're pretty sure there's over 100 skulls in here. Not quite sure what they were for. They're all, they're all brought down to just the skull. Maybe this is the beginning of making flame skulls. I don't know.
Okay.
That's the only thing you come up with. But you're sure the Lich was just piling them in here. Not really worried about, what happened next.
Yeah. So if this is how they made the flame skulls, do we have a sense of, does the creator of the flame skull control the flame skull? Or are they just on their own once they're created?
It sounds like an Arcana check.
Okay. I'm saying this out loud to Magnus so he could make one as well. Or Moss could as well. Because I don't know.
Arcana check? I don't do this very well. Oh, 16.
Not bad at it. Yes, I am.
Wow, you have the same problem your father does. Don't say things before rolling dice. Why are you tempting fate?
Moss and Magnus, you both know that flame skulls only very dimly remember any part of their former life or have any kind of personality based on whatever they were before they became flame skulls. Magnus, you know that flame skulls also have a little bit of intelligence about them and are bound to their creator in some way. Their creator is the one that gives them commands, etc. You both know that they're spellcasters. Magnus, you know it just dawns on you. They reforge after an hour. After you break them. Yeah. Oops.
Oh. Okay.
That makes sense.
We're going to have problems out there, guys. Those skulls are going to be back.
What does it take to create one?
Yeah,
It probably
that's
says
not
so in.
something you can roll for right now, unless you
It
order.
probably says so in that book that the people on the. Wait. So do we? I see that S there. Do we know about that or no?
I didn't hear what you said, Patrick.
Do we know about that? Whatever's on the other side of this room, or no?
What are you talking about?
Secret
Okay.
door. He's talking about my secret door. This one.
When you look into that room, you see the back of the secret door. The obvious side.
Right.
It's gonna look.
There's
It's
the
gonna look
secret
hidden from the
room.
other side.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So whoever's on the other side of there probably stole a book, and that book probably says how to animate these things. That's my guess.
That pretty much homes in on your 11. Yeah. That's good. As for how to create secret skulls, As for how to create flame skulls, etc. When you're making an intelligence or an Arcana check, you're trying to recall memory or something you've already read before. I don't think either one of them would have read that. That's an in-depth ritual that is not present. Yeah. Now, how to become a lich? Some of the party members have figured that out. Just putting it out there.
Well, I'm just wondering if we could read in the book, in the library, if there's a book in the library that might tell us how to do it.
That's
I'm
where I'll
just
check.
thinking if we had flame skulls that we created and told to go kill the other flame skulls, we could start a nice little everyday killed, come back. We could, basically those bed bug eating bugs that look like bed bugs. We could create some of those.
I'm having a little crisis here. Is this Steve talking or Ander or Servant Gabriel? I can't make
Serving Gabriel. He's saying it out loud.
Yes.
And I get that this isn't the most clerical thing in the world.
No, it's
but-
very different. I'm good.
So
I'm
would you like
thinking
me to
out
go and
loud
try to
of ways to deal with our problems in the Amber Temple. These
Do you want me
skulls
to go
are
and try to
already here.
find that
They're
skull
already
you
going to
threw
be
in the room?
used for this.
Okay.
I'm conflicted. I'm just saying out loud my thoughts to my party. If a
Well, you don't
newly
need to be
formed
the one
chaotic
telling
evil party member hears it and thinks it's a great idea, I'm not in control of things like that.
We only have one evil member.
Where is it?
I think in the other room still.
Magnus, can you roll a perception check for
What
me,
evil
please?
member?
I can do that.
I don't know.
I think I can.
I'm just reminding him that he's not aware of it.
Yes.
Oh, hey, look at that. So this only 5x5 room, etc. 10x10.
Bye bye.
There's it goes up 30 feet, but at the top there's a chest, an iron chest, but it's facing you. As you look up, you see the top of the chest, and the bottom of the chest is attached to the floor 30 feet above. What?
What?
It takes up the whole top. Like if you were to open it, you'd be hanging. The lid would hang. And does that make sense? I'm looking at it like attached to the 30
yeah,
foot.
but I don't. It's not the upside down chest hanging from the ceiling that'll fall into here.
Attached is a 30-foot high ceiling. Attached to the 30-foot high ceiling of this dark sepulcher. I'm too tired for that word. Good job, Fancy Grounds. Barrel shaped like there it is.
So is that a skull dispenser?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's the
Pez
chute.
dispenser, yeah.
You open it.
Wait, it's skull
Skulls
dispenser.
fall out.
It dispenses skulls.
Ooh, what's this switch do?
So, Mossers, at this point, the skulls definitely make it out to as far as you are right now, and even Hendrik has started to, make your own army of flame skulls, huh? I don't know.
It was a thought. I didn't say it was a good idea.
No,
I just said. Now I'm offended, and everyone thinks I'm evil, and I'm
It has,
walking out of the room.
it has potential, Gabriel. But this one looks good.
I go to sleep in a lich's bed. I wake up with strange thoughts. I'm sorry.
That does track, young man. That does track. Perhaps we should stop spending so much time in this place. Okay, so I'm looking forward to see what happens next. Secret door, weird treasure chest, possible treasure chest.
I think you gotta open it, Magnus. Even if just more skulls come out, we gotta know. Because what if the sunblade is up in there?
In there.
I don't know.
Okay. Sure.
No skull.
What's the worst that can happen? It could become an undead lich?
Some people think that's the best thing that could happen.
You guys don't know anything.
Right.
I know,
They
right?
do say a lot about this whole lich stuff lately. They're obsessed, I think. So I don't know.
Those are out of character comments.
Yes, of course.
Let's open her up.
30 feet up there.
30 feet.
3-0.
Oh my goodness. Who can make the climb? Anyone? Yeah.
I can fly up there.
Spider walk it, like Ninja Warrior style.
There is a layer of dust on the otherwise amber walls that make up this room. Not a lot to grab onto, unless you're magically finding a way to climb that wall.
I could climb it without magic. Me, Anthony Dawson, not.
Oh, right.
Yeah, like maybe to just try to fly up there. That'd be
Yeah,
the
let
easiest
Moss
way.
go get it.
How many skulls can I stack on top of each other to be stable?
Well, there is furniture in the other room.
That's what I thought too. That's exactly where I was going to go. If I stack the couch on top of the table, on top of the chair, what is that, like 15 feet? I'm 6 foot, so that's 21. I need another 10 feet.
All right, maybe we don't need to open this thing then. You said there's another door on the other side of it?
Oh yeah. It's only 10. I mean, at this point, if you were to pick a square, there's a secret door right here, and it's the inside of the secret door, so it's very obvious. On the other side, it would be hidden.
Well, you want to pop through? Let me go get.
Oh, no. Listen at the door first.
All right, I'm
Is
gonna
there
go
any peeky
get.
hole?
Make a perception check as you listen to the door.
All right, put yourself back in the
Do you want me to do that before I transform? Or no? Like before, do you want to do that before we do the chest?
7.
I'm gonna.
Let me click here. 17. You don't hear anything but a little bit of wind.
I open the door slowly.
Okay.
Did we get Zezerin first?
And this is going to open in because it's the secret door coming into an area.
I hit Moss in the face with it.
Wow.
I was gonna step to the side once I realized that.
Wow.
Oh, shit. I didn't see you there. I thought you were under.
I thought you were. Yeah, you can take a minute to go get everybody.
All right, so I'm gonna head over there to get everyone. Did you need to do stuff before?
Well,
Well,
if you-
while all this is happening, I'm kind of doing my thing. Like, I had a whole thing lined up of what I was doing.
Did you need to tell me about it?
Yeah, I'm looking for. I'm checking the whole library pretty much for that book that I can't remember the name of. I think it's like
Roll initiative.
the Lich's Tome.
Oh,
No, that's stolen. That's gone.
you can look for it, but it doesn't. You don't find it, and that you find that concerning.
That's pretty
Yeah,
much all I'm doing.
Last time anyone saw it was on this table in the Lich's room, so you can start your search there or look around the library first. Either way, during all this chaos, you take a good look, and you don't see it.
Alright. So then I'm gonna make my way back. Oh, hey guys. Oh, a secret door? That's cool. I'm gonna go over here.
As you slowly open that door, it opens up into a bare stone room. And you're only just cracking. You're bringing it in cracking, so you're only seeing a little bit. You do see candelabra off in the side there. How do I want to open this? Let's see if I can enter the mask mode and just kind of pop that right there. So you can see this way pretty clearly, and there's one over there. Candlesticks draped with cobwebs that stand in the corners. Trissie! Good morning. finish opening the door, go in, that kind of thing. Let me know when that happens, if it does.
We're gonna open that door. We're gonna go in. That thing is happening.
Ooh. Hi.
So at this moment, Desmond realizes the rogue poltergeist seems to be following me wherever I go. Do I recognize this rogue poltergeist?
You can be paranoid and suspect that. That's fine.
Okay.
The rogue poltergeist is the one poltergeist that's left from the other encounter that joined your team for loot.
Yes.
Yep. Christian, did you see my message?
Oh, sorry.
No problem. Okay. And Christian walks into the room. Dody dody do. The door is open. Christian, ooh, Moss, make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
And Gabriel, at this point, you can make an insight check.
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
I'm gonna spend a lucky.
Aw, you're no fun, Moss.
I just don't like walking in rooms and failing throws.
I'd never expect you to make it, even with lucky, but you could roll. You're no fun.
Okay.
You're no fun. Okay, Gabriel, that insight check didn't really bring out much.
Nope.
No, sure didn't. What wisdom saving throws? What would you like to do? Sorry, Steve. That's putting you in a hard spot. Do I metagame? Do I not metagame?
I walk in.
Yay! Make a wisdom saving throw. I would have been happy to give you advantage or something, but there we go. As you walk into the room, you do see a shrine. Now, this shrine is it's like a 4-foot tall version of the big statues that's out in the main hall.
Ander.
You can call it Andrew if you want. That's fine. As far as Gabriel knows, it reminds him of an Ander in some mythology. I'm awesomely cool with that. That's fine. But what's happened is 2 of your party members are currently now in reverence, kneeling before this statue, and they haven't been able to take their eyes off of it. Amongst them are 3 other bodies that were once kneeling in front of this statue, but they starved to death, died of, they were just sitting there until they died. It looks like that they even have some. They were adventurers. They have some gear. But besides looking thin, they don't look like they were damaged in any way. And you take all of this in as you take in a deep breath of some kind of cobweb-filled air that is stale. The dust in this room is obviously made up of these individuals who were praying to this statue until they died. Without a medicine check, you can tell that all they did was kneel there until they died. And that is exactly what Magnus and Moss are doing now.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out now if the statue is cursed or magic.
Okay. Well, it is a statue. I'm going to go with a religion check, especially with your character being a cleric.
Okay. Can I make this with guidance?
You can take your time while
Oof.
they stare, and you are slightly purple. You're not sure.
10.
And as you try to figure that out, you have. Do I even give you a save for this? You have an urge to just click on that detect magic. You just want to just
Okay.
you just,
Just
it's just
click
like
on the detect magic. I keep forgetting I had that. I'm sorry. Okay. So I'll flip on the switch.
okay. Make an Arcana check when you flip it on. Not to determine anything else. This is to get control it. It's more of a charisma Arcana check actually. Do you even have? Let me see what that's gonna look like. So,
Make that with guidance or no?
you can choose to make that with guidance. It'll of course take longer, and it's not so much of an urge. But yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Your charisma is a 2, and your proficiency is a 3. Are you proficient in Arcana? You are. So you're D20 plus 5 with this roll, which you got an 8. So I'm adding another one. That's 13, 14, 15. Um, you're able to do it in a way that you have control of the magic of the detect magic spell ish. You felt the corruption in this place trying to piggyback onto the detect magic, and you focused.
Oh
And
wow.
and it was all it's based off charisma. It was all a gut feeling. It was all instinct, and you felt like all the darkness trying to seep through your eyes to see what you saw, and that you stopped it. You felt corruption trying to take hold as you started to use detect magic. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So there's something else watching, trying to piggyback off of your detect magic. And you see, of course, enchantment, the school of enchantment pouring off this thing in a very powerful way. Old magic, as the weave is reacting in ways that you haven't really seen with what you're used to looking at, and you've gotten a little used to this.
And the statue is the source.
Yes, and at that
Okay.
point you recognize the spell that this must be based on. This effect is based on.
Okay. All right. Oh Jesus. All right.
Moss, Magnus, you both actually feel some kind of a connection as you are now in front of that which must be your superior. Not necessarily your deity or god, but someone who would be able to share with you in time his wisdom and his generosity. And you're just waiting for that wisdom. Yep.
Are you going to be able to make attempts to break free or no?
You're going to need help.
Oh
Get any
man.
more saving throws?
Like I said, at this distance, at this range, there's no save. Gabriel is starting to figure out what to do, but it's taking him time. And I would say that as the information's seeping into your head, I know you're reading the spell, but Gabriel's trying to piece it together during the time that you're reading. Um, Stella is gonna sense something's wrong, and she's gonna charge in.
I say, Stella, stay
Uh,
back.
Roll
Yeah.
initiative against Stella. You might be able to stop her. Your DC on your roll is a 22, because Stella knows Moss is in there, fucker.
Can't do it.
I didn't think
I have
so.
a -1. There's
You
no way I
you
can
yell
take it.
by the time you say stay, the dog is already in the room. And she gets to make a wisdom saving throw. We are looking at a Moss. Would you like to make it for her? Roll a d20, add 2.
Just make it.
All right.
D20 plus 2 is a 20.
Hey.
Stella's
All right.
fine.
So I say, Stella, there's a curse in the room. Get back.
And she's
Keep everyone.
she's acting normally. It's not bothering her, and she
I know,
really
but
wants
I know that there's only a limited amount of time before it does. So before she has to do it again. Stella, stay out of the room. Keep everyone out of here. I've got to save them.
How loudly do you say that?
loud
Loud
enough.
for Stella to hear me.
Loud enough for everyone to hear him. And Gabe, I mean, Steve, I haven't had Gabriel make another save yet.
I know.
It's not word for word the spell.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's based on it.
All right, I'm gonna step out. Stella, come with me. I'm gonna go to Heinrich. I tell him exactly what's happening in there, and I ask him if he's able to dispel incredibly powerful.
Oh.
Matt, basically, I'm asking him, is it going to be easier for you to dispel an 8th level spell or me?
Oh no, I'm just an old professor. I don't have that kind
I
of.
saw your firebolt, friend. You have some power in you.
Make an insight check.
Okay.
Oh no, I don't. Oh, that sounds horrifically ancient and powerful. There's no. He's fucking lying. There's no
Yeah.
possible way. Actually, he's not surprised. Like he knew it was there. There's no possible way that I could take care of such a horrible thing.
So Heinrich, I'm going to tell you this right now, my friend. One of the beings that is being held by that statue right now, that werewolf is in love with.
Yes.
If she smells that you're lying, I have no idea what's going to happen to your arms. You might just want to join up here and help us out.
Would you make an intimidation check, and Stella's going to help you with that, so you have advantage on that roll.
Yeah, and while he's saying that, I'm gonna hold a fireball or some fire in my hand and say, "If you don't tell us the truth, you'll have to answer to me."
Oh my God! Today,
well, you might as well make an intimidation check because he's not. I mean, he's looking at Gabriel and he's looking at Stella, and that's not fear. Like I was gonna have him roll, but I don't think there's a reason to use.
Yeah,
he's good to go. Oh, my rolls are not secret on this map. Okay, copy that. Yeah, he's fine. He heard you too. Zezerin, he heard you too. That you didn't see him react in a way that would have even hinted that he's nervous, let alone
in that moment though, Vezerin kind of looks at himself and says, "Did I really just say that?" And he starts to feel that he's starting to become more evil and becoming more aware of it.
I love it. I'd give you inspiration, but you already have it. I love it.
Because I don't know if I brought this up, but yes, he is chaotic evil, but it just happened. He wasn't aware of it yet.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's starting to realize, holy shit, something happened to me.
And still mortal, even in the Amber Temple, you're still mortal. You have a chance to change anything you want. It's your alignment.
So recognizing that Heinrich is unmoved, Heinrich, I'm sorry. These are my friends, and I'm incredibly worried about them. And I could just tell by the way you were talking to me that you could help. Would you please help us? We got you out of that statue. Magnus is the one who discovered you there. We've protected you. We've taken care of you. I've healed you. Can you please help us? Help my friends get away from this curse.
I liked what you were saying with the whole please help, but then you started the whole I owe you something part of the conversation, and I honestly think you could do it. And his voice starts to slip. It actually starts to sound a little feminine. I start to think that maybe you could do better than if you're gonna beg. You should beg in a better way. You're better than that. And his whole facade's starting to change. Obviously, he's got some kind of illusionary magic that's his appearance. That's not him.
Yeah.
Heinrich, you ran away from the witches when we were fighting them.
Yeah, of course. Yes, that's what I did. Yes, that's what
I'm the one who killed the witches. You owe us something.
No, I don't think that is the truth.
I know that.
Zezerin, hold on a moment.
That's okay. If you
Heinrich, you're absolutely right. And to be quite honest, I didn't realize exactly who I was talking to.
Okay. Well, you still don't, but that's fine.
I don't, but could you please? Obviously, you're much more than you appear. I am begging you, for the lives of my friends, would you please help them?
Well, I am tired of looking like an old man. And where's my master manual? There's master manual. There we go. And the facade of this old man begins to warp and change
Please
and
don't be
melts
a
away.
Please don't be a
Please don't be
Please don't be a
Please don't be Strahd. Please don't be Strahd.
There we go.
The witches, maybe.
Taking a second to get prepared here.
God.
And what stands before you is an Arcanoloth. And she is just so she seems to be a little overjoyed that the facade part's over, you know. And she fixes her glasses and goes, "Yes, absolutely. Yes, I could definitely be help in this situation. What exactly is it you're offering for my aid? I've gotten confused on that regard.
I don't exactly know what it is that we have that you would want.
Oh, I've seen some of the trinkets and items and ideas coming from this well-oiled machine of a group. I, I could.
I start to laugh when she says well-oiled machine.
There's 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 promises to be made, deals to be kept. Gabriel, don't underestimate your worth.
Okay, well, why don't you
And she
tell
sits on the
me
couch.
what it is that you would want for this?
Oh, I don't know. I think she puts her hands up against this. I think your group could possibly make it to the castle, and maybe even into those crypts. I'd love to be able to watch as you were there and see what you see when you're there. Put my own 2 cents in once in a while. Would you be interested in such an arrangement?
Not personally.
Oh, well, I have time, and I guarantee Magnus and Moss do too. So just let me know when you come around.
Hey, Zezran, you might be possessed by another thing?
Looks at himself. What do you mean possessed?
So what exactly is it that would happen to one of us?
I don't see any reason to give too many details. I like Strahd. I'd be able to see through your eyes, and possibly make decisions based on that information. It wouldn't be painful, physically, anyway. So.
Would it be temporary?
Yes, of course. This is all temporary. You're going to save Barovia and escape Ravenloft. It's all going to work out.
Oh, man.
A cup of tea appears in her hand. You don't know where it came from. There's a little bit of steam. The annoying sip. They are currently very interested in a statue of the secret god. He is getting to know them quite well. You've been in his temple for some time anyway. I've been studying this temple. Oh, I don't know how long I've been here. Yeah, I lost track of how long I've been here. I'm surprised the Lich is gone. I was impressed with that.
I'll be back.
Take your time.
Yeah, I'm not letting this thing into my head.
That's probably a good idea. Yeah.
What do I get out of it if I were to let you see through my eyes?
I thought we were bargaining for Magnus and Moss. Am I mistaken? You're not interested in that?
What do I get out of it?
Oh, man,
I
rolled
think
a card.
you get Magnus or Moss.
Wait. Magnus or Moss?
I did suddenly change the preposition due to your lack of a good position. You're welcome to continue the conversation.
Gabriel.
I'm staring daggers at Zezran right now for reducing our position. Well, clearly this isn't going to work.
I was wondering.
Chris, should I start drafting up a new character or?
You've got eternity. Take your time.
Yeah, you
so
have to
Gabriel,
start there.
I don't. Gabriel, you did take a close look at that spell. You caught the range. It's 60 feet. Unfortunately, that room is also 60 feet.
Yeah. All right. So Stella was immune, huh?
Stella made her saving throw. I don't think that warrants immunity.
So it's each time that we walk into the room, we have to make it again.
Yeah.
My curiosity, my wonder is if I decide to pull one of them, will they resist? And to what extent will they resist?
I think you've got the spell. I don't think it calls for resisting.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go back in.
Uh-oh.
But before I do, actually, here we go. I have a thing. Hold on. Where is that thing?
I can give you a 1d4 on your saving throw.
Ability checks. All right. So I am going to cast Bless on myself. Stella. I thank Zezerin for that extra D that he's going to throw on me. And I tell her,
What?
sorry, yeah, I just realized that. We're going to go in and try to pull him out.
Moss, you want to roll another save for Stella as she runs into the room? As soon as Gabriel gives her the green light. Yeah-oh.
Great. Well, she had a plus.
We're just gonna put Stella.
She had
in
another
there.
D4 to that.
Yep, go ahead. That's not going to make it. Yeah.
No.
Gabriel. I like this game.
There we go.
Thank you, Gabriel. I'm like, Gabriel, I'm liking this campaign, Gabriel. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna drag Magnus out.
Okay. You're able to do so. Where do you drag him exactly?
Back into the bedroom.
The lich room?
Yeah.
Sounds good. It's an awkward like round or two, and then Magnus starts to snap out of it.
Okay. I tell Zezerin to explain to him what's happening, and I go back into the burning building.
Back into the burning building.
Oh, I'm not really aware of what's happening in that other room.
So you ask.
I told you what was happening.
Oh.
Yay! I grab Stella and pull Stella out back to the bedroom. And then, like a good first responder, I stop at the door and consider whether I really want to pull Moss out.
You saved the werewolf before me?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, the werewolf isn't making strange pacts with evil dead things, and Gabriel is going through a real crisis with the two of you. He's decided to no longer heal this one, and now he could easily go back in and tell everybody Moss is too transfixed. I can't remove him, but he's not Andrew.
Flame skulls.
So I enter back into the room. Let's see if it works.
That one.
Oh, thank you. And I'll pull Moss out.
Okay.
Never doubted for a minute that he should come out of that room.
Gabriel, you gain inspiration as you pull Moss out and realize you've saved all three of them.
As I wake up, I look around. I go, "Is anyone else in? Was anyone else? Anyone else in there? Or is that the last one?"
No, that's over.
Magnus and Moss, you're both aware of the fact that there was a powerful deity that escaped this temple or was constructed this. So that part's a little vague, but it's a god that holds many secrets, and you were only starting to scratch the surface. There was like a in the background the whole time when you just heard voices and words and information and knowledge circling around your mind. None of it actually entered. No matter how many times you tried to reach out for it, it seemed to be just too far away, never closer to comprehension. But you've been subjected to it. Something in your subconscious mind now that'll possibly forever be there. Not necessarily haunting you, maybe even accessible at some strange, whenever the DM feels like it, way.
I have a question.
I wasn't surprised.
Could I use my helm of telepathy to do a deep dive into my brain?
Yes, you can use your help and telepathy to hack your own mind. Yes, absolutely.
Sweet. You want me to do like the whole wisdom saving throw version or no?
You want to cast suggestion on yourself, or you just want to use the helm of telepathy to try to talk to your own subconscious?
I just want to, try to talk to my own subconscious.
Make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Please don't roll a 1.
Yeah, buddy.
So with guidance?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. Magnus, what are you up to?
I'm pulling my head out of the cloud, trying to contemplate what I just went through, and then go, what did the kids have to do with this?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I should introduce you to our new friend here. And I explain what happened with this Arcana law.
So what is this? An Arcana law?
Oh, Moss, you're not. You didn't hear any of that. You're Indian style right now. Crisscross applesauce right there.
Crisscross applesauce.
You've decided to meditate, smack dab in the middle of the situation.
I was actually curious.
Now we have a whole other.
I actually don't know anything about what Arcana laws are.
We've got someone trying to extort us.
What?
Yes, I think extortion would have been the rather relatively accurate term. Gabriel, you were fascinating. Magnus, you should have seen it. He braved the gaze of the statue and pulled you out. You're safe.
No thanks to you.
Yeah,
no, not at all.
Kind of what we do for each other.
Yes, your entire group is a well-oiled machine.
I laugh again when it says that.
Meanwhile, Moss is in the middle of the room, chasing either the ducky or the star as it goes around his head, attempting to inflict sympathy and antipathy. I'm sorry, I can't say it. I'm too tired. On himself. He's trying to cast a spell on himself to make himself insane. He's doing great. Moss, you definitely hear those voices, those words. Some of them are coming into focus. You're pretty sure it's a male voice that you're being guided by at the moment. But the words aren't making any sense. Let's check your languages.
We have Human, Elven, and Sylvan, I believe.
Yeah, those are not the languages necessary to make heads or tails of what you're currently hearing. But you don't hear agitation. You hear a calm direction. And you can focus on that. You're currently in control of how long you want to focus on that. But it's there. You can hear it. It's almost exactly the same as it was when you were sitting next to the statue moments ago.
Do I have any feeling that I'll be able to interpret it?
You absolutely are. You absolutely believe that there will be a time when you can interpret these secrets in knowledge, but you don't know if it's ever going to pertain to anything useful at the moment or the time. But it could. It could be the secrets of all sorts. Oh my God, it could. And yeah, you're circling in that little spot for the minute. At least a minute.
Okay.
I mean, I love you. You can drive yourself insane. I will allow it. Insanity is not bad, really. I mean, when you get to know it, there are lots of game mechanics that include insanity. In Call of Cthulhu, the more insane you are, the more Cthulhu mythos you have, and the more you understand Cthulhu himself. Not necessarily the human mind wants to be, but hey,
that game always sounded real fun.
it's a good time. Some of the leaves in Moss's helm of telepathy are currently going in the wrong direction, like if the wind was blowing, but it's not. But you're used to that. You can tell that he's activated his helm of telepathy, but you don't know what he's doing with it.
We know what he's doing.
I know, yeah, for sure.
Nothing good.
Another 5 minutes.
As a matter of fact, I don't even know if the Arcanoloth sees this coming. No, she has an idea. She's just not trying not to focus on the train wreck in the middle of the room.
Train wreck.
So, I would like to, even though I've misled you and had a couple facades along the way, I would love to continue walking around the temple with this group. You guys are very entertaining, and I can be useful. I've been useful. I've been.
What?
No, you haven't.
Let's
be serious.
No, you're right. I don't just have any reason for myself. There was a firebolt or two, but really I'm out for myself. That's fine.
What is it that brought you here?
Knowledge.
Hmm.
The Amber Temple is a stash away secret of the multiverse. Remarkable place.
Until
But
it
it
starts.
usually doesn't attract so many tourists.
Have you been in that room before?
Um, no.
No.
You lie like a fly with a booger in its eye.
Is that a lie?
I have not physically been in that room before.
I would imagine that you hadn't because of the unbelievable library that's in there.
Wait, I thought you meant the room. Personally, I thought you meant the room with the statue, Steve.
I did.
Okay. There's no library in that room, so what?
I know.
Okay, I'm on board. It's not easy to trick me right now. I just,
It's easier to trick him than it is them.
I know. Gabriel's not even good at lying. He's also not good at intimidating people.
it's going to be easy to throw me off, but
I'm going to try to persuade to go into that room.
Oh, the Arcanoloth?
Yeah.
How would you like to even begin this conversation?
Well, I'm assuming that his interest here is knowledge and magic and powerful magic items and all that.
Make an investigation check. I think it's an investigation check.
Okay, I'm not good at those.
Because this would be like, I would imagine if somebody was in a room with like a cork board and like a bunch of strings, you might be able to connect the dots on this one. It's like a line over here and then another line over there. Yeah. Earlier during this twisted weave of conversations that she's had, she asked you if she could look through your eyes and see what you're seeing. And now she says she hasn't physically been in that room.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, those guys were physically in the room. I mean, they were there. So, she's got an idea of what's in the room. And with that, she goes, does she even bother with it? Oh, yeah, I guess she will.
Well, can I change my tactic then from library to something else?
This is the moment that you realize, after you use that tactic, is the moment you realize that she has been through the eyes of others in that room. So you can't change that so much as you can change it, but you can't take it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a strange thing. I'm not a wizard or a magic user in any way.
You don't say.
Yeah, I don't know how an enchantment would use one of those. What are those stones that allows you to see another place? The stone is in one place, a seeing stone or something along those lines. I don't know why they would use a seeing stone at the base of the statue to do some sort of an enchantment. Do you think it's because whoever's casting it is watching what's happening in that room?
Oh, that makes sense.
I'm asking the casters in here because a lowly old cleric, we don't usually mess with that stuff. So
yeah, they just allow you to see whatever's going on in that particular area.
Interesting. I don't know why that would be used for an enchantment spell, though.
Well, maybe they need to interact with whoever is approaching. And they have another way of interacting other than just looking. Like if they can see someone approaching, maybe they can communicate with them telepathically.
Gabriel, you haven't gotten around to figuring out how to create food yet, have you?
I have, yes.
Oh, that would be wonderful. I haven't had a good meal in a while.
Are you a vegetarian? There's some moss over there.
Magnus, what are you doing? Oh boy. You do notice as you approach the statue, in the way that you're a little more careful this time, that there are magic items on the adventurers that have fallen to this. Unfortunately, then you are also taken by this.
What did you just do, Magnus?
So I will mention that you saw a ring, and you saw there were some coins. There were some very strange coins that were next to this one character, and this other character's got a magic ring on, and you're able to focus on those items, You can even try to get your hands on them before.
What do I got to roll?
Sleight of hand.
You tell me how are you entering the room? That you know there's a problem, and you and I both know that you're going to fail the saving throw before you get out. But as you're coming into the room, what were you even going in there for? What was that about?
Try to interpret whatever I can of what's going on and grab whatever draws in.
Which is connected. We're gonna go straight survival because both of
Why
those
you
are
just
basically.
behave like one of the kids?
Not look at the Facebook page or the messenger?
I did not.
I just double face palm. I just did a card double face palm.
Make a wisdom survival check with advantage. Come on,
Yeah, you just fucking kid yourself right now, man. Like I'm alone in the world now.
I love it. You get your hands on this, and as you begin to focus on what it might be, you start listening to all the voices surrounding you, and start to slip into this moment where you're willing to try to focus on the answers, and there's answers all around you, and that's when you slip back into the statue. But for just a moment, you realize what this thing is, but you're kind of under the effects of the spell. So we'll get back to that, because this ring could actually get you out of here right now. Have fun with that.
You really just walked that way.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to my life.
Welcome to my life.
My life is a series of people walking into places before they should. and now Gabriel is like, wait, I was trying to convince this thing to go in there, and I accidentally convinced Magnus to go in there. I am worse at persuading people than I thought.
If it makes you feel any better, I was never about to walk into that room, but that was great. That was amazing.
Sit down on the bed.
Yeah, that makes sense. You should. I don't want you to completely give up, but take a break. You've had to. Would you like some tea? And another teacup appears in the other hand. It is steaming. You haven't smelled it yet, but you can only imagine. It's not going to hurt you. It's not at all. It's not at all. It's more of a I feel so bad for you right now than it is any kind of a trap. You're more than welcome to have some tea.
I take the cup because I figure
it's warm, and as you might remember, this place is pretty cold.
Yeah.
It smells wonderful. It's some black.
I'm not sure if it's our audacity and skill that has got us this far, or our stupidity.
Yes. Yes.
And now Zezarin's gonna go in the room.
Are you Zezarin? Is that really gonna happen right now?
Can I see Magnus from here?
You can definitely see. Is that your intent to see Magnus?
No.
Okay, you can see Magnus. Make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm not in there.
In order to see Magnus, you have to see the statue. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's how it works. Okay.
Seeing the statue is the problem. To see Magnus, you see the statue. Save it up.
I'm having a therapy
There we
session
go.
on a cloth at this point.
You are.
Get over here. Come worship.
All the answers, Zezarin. All of them.
All of them. You
just outside of your grasp.
You mentioned languages.
I did.
What language?
What language do you hear?
I.
Oh, you've got it. It's primordial.
Nice.
You do begin to understand the deep, dark voices that are around you that seem to be like they're. It's like you know how a whale sounds different underwater, or a dolphin sounds different underwater. That's what it is. It's there's some kind of a super air. They're in some kind of a deep. I can't say this right. There's a depth between you and the voices you hear, and you can hear. You recognize that. And you're able to begin to understand some of the things you're hearing. I can't give you any examples because I don't really play into anything that's going on right now, but you do start to hear the secrets of the universe. We'll get back to it. Right now it's not helping you any because, you can't move.
My tail's wagging.
Your tail is not wagging.
Not wagging.
It was wagging, and then it stopped. Because everything...
And now there goes Moss. Jesus Christ.
At this point, she offers you, a cheers. Would you like to clang cups?
Yeah, we're having therapy right now.
Yes.
I'm like,
exactly.
I didn't even know these people, Arcanicop. I met them. We went, sat outside a fire. All of a sudden, we're here in Ravenloft, and I got to be best friends. And this is what they do. This is what, right now, look, you see the little tree? It's walking into the room now, the little tree witch? Yep. That little tree witch is going to walk in the room now, too, and then all three of them are going to be there. I had just gotten lucky enough to pull everybody away from the statue, and now I'm going to have to let you curse me in order to get the rest of them out of there again, because there's no
All
way.
of the secrets of the multiverse are in that room, just waiting to be discovered by something that has forever to. Oh, the Lich got tired of it. Oh. I find it so interesting as mortals just keep walk. I really didn't think they were going to walk back in there. To tell you the truth. Oh, you should have seen the first two that walked in there. That the one in there, its abilities and promise, and then just.
Yeah.
Oh, it was sad.
Mm.
Wrote down a couple ideas he had while he was staring at the statue, but eventually it just became so tiresome. There's so many other things here to do and see.
There you go. Go ahead, Moss.
Bye, Moss!
At this point, I'm going to have to make a deal with this guy to get all of you out of there, so may as well go
What
ahead and...
the fuck are
Drag
you
us back down
doing?
again.
The
Stop.
risk, Magnus, is that every time anyone goes in to drag you out, there's a possibility they'll join you.
I understand.
So eventually, if it's down to just one, there's no one else to go in.
But you got 3 of you, 4 of you.
Well, actually,
So, Chris, I'm gonna take my wooden shield and shield my eyes right now.
What are you fucking doing?
I'm gonna shield my eyes.
No, I mean, that's still asking you. You can ignore if you want.
And I'm going to direct the shield into Magnus, Vezrin, and the statue.
Okay.
Mainly in the direction of the statue.
It's great.
In an attempt to block my vision.
Great idea. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Because this has nothing to do with vision.
Okay.
I mean, I love you very much. That was a good idea.
I wasn't sure
It was a
because
nice try.
when Vezrin saw, he got pulled.
Yep.
All right. You said wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
There we go.
Bonus
That's
is-
You're
looking
good.
better.
You realize your shield's not doing much, but you're still able to shake off all of the knowledge. Mainly because it sounds the same. You already heard this. You're okay. She's like, are you okay? Are you okay?
I'm fine. Stella.
Woohoo!
I'm fine.
Gabriel, he's fucking okay!
Quit your nagging. And at this point, I would like to just unload as many poison sprays onto this statue as I can.
Good job. You are attacking a piece of stone with poison spray.
Yay.
poison sprays have a range.
How
of
careful are you? Because there's, things in here that are trying to breathe.
People. Me.
Scale is like 1 to 10, probably like a 6 in terms of how safe I'm being.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll use, actually no, I'll bump it up. I'll use like my shield to kind of block them off a little bit.
Killing them.
After the first few, there is a, the fragrance of the room is changing. You would imagine that in time you could fill the room with poison spray to the point where people couldn't breathe, but you're not there. And you have time. You have time.
So
Well, poison spray is more of a gas, isn't it?
Yeah, when
Yeah, it's a straight
there's
knock
two
of
gases
gas,
in the
it's not
same
a-
place, one of them being added quicker than the other, I would imagine it would become more. Yeah.
So I'm going to grab a hold of one word that the Arcanicoth said.
Okay.
Mortal. And I'm going to look at our poltergeist friend.
Okay.
And I've seen him fight. Would he be able to grab people and drag them?
Make a religion check, or you could always ask.
Yeah, I'm going to just ask him because I know he hasn't been able to pick money up, but he's also been able to fight and hit things. So I ask him, are you able to pull, drag, push mortals?
Shit. She approaches. I've been getting kind of luckier and luckier with messing with your little world here. I don't know. What do you think? The Arcana Lost smiles.
I look at the Arcana
Dear,
card.
your force of will has been so inspiring. You can do whatever you want.
And now the poltergeist would be immune to the enchantment, right? Or because he said mortals that go in there. That's what made me think that maybe the poltergeist wouldn't have that issue.
You might be right.
I mean,
As you're thinking, I start whacking in my morning star because I realize the
shit
poison gas
ton
isn't
of
working. So I'm just gonna start beating it with a mace.
It's
Are
good.
the bodies of the dead vampires still around?
They turned the dust in my little campaign. Sorry.
Yeah,
I get
he,
Any
he
dead
Buffy's them.
bodies?
I do the Buffy thing. Yeah, I do.
Huh?
He Buffy's them. They boost. They go poof. No dust.
Anything we fought have a body?
I can head on in there and see what happens. Gabriel, I'd be happy to give it a shot. I hear you guys are working on things, and I wouldn't mind living and breathing again. But for the moment, yeah, we'll see what you want to risk this. I got all the. I'm not aging, so you know, should work. I like your plan, Gabe.
Oh, give me a second here. Trying to think, are there any bodies or bones of dead things that we've killed?
There are a countless number of skulls littering
Yeah.
the room right now.
I need a full body though.
Whatever for? And she sips her tea.
Yeah, we haven't fought anything with a body, have we?
But what do you need a full body
Oh,
for?
witches. Were the witches' bodies left? Cesarin told me about them.
He's right there.
Cesarin's with the statue.
Oh, I
now.
forgot. Yeah, Zezarin's praying. My bad.
Yeah.
That's you're with me.
I asked the Arcana Club, where are the bodies of the witches?
They're in the hall, the main hall. There are some flame skulls out there. We released a few. I went around back and walked on past them yesterday. The other flame skulls are up and active again too. So if you go in there, you're probably
Never mind. I get up and I run over to not so that I can see.
There is a young man in the other room that is trapped. He's a. You could exploit him. If
All
you
right.
wanted.
I yell to Moss. Moss, the dead bodies that are praying. I need you to bring 2 of those bodies to me immediately.
What for?
Whatever for? I want to know too. She actually gets up off the couch.
Please just trust me, friend. Bring me those 2 bodies.
Yes,
I'm just
please.
posting in my morning star. Like I'm telling you, I'm busy. What do you need them for?
Oh, for God's sake, Moss.
Spray,
Come on,
spray.
man. I'm trying to save our friends here.
If,
Why do you
I'm
have to be
trying to break this
difficult with
statue.
everything?
if it helps, you could tell him that the poison spray is making no effect on the statue whatsoever. You could tell him.
I'm
The
not using
poison
the spray.
spray is making no effect on the statue whatsoever.
Well,
I'm not using the spray anymore.
Oh, good. That was ridiculous.
It was my morning star in the legs trying to break down the statue.
You're breaking the statue. Okay. Why didn't you tell me?
I said I was doing that when.
Now I do give up.
I tried to
I had
put
a
it in.
brilliant idea on how to get everyone out there as many times as we needed. But, everybody just ignore me. I go sit back on the bed. I'm not rescuing.
Were you gonna try to have her possess one of the dead bodies?
I was going to animate the dead into 2 skeletons that would be immune to the enchantment, and they would be able to go in and drag everybody out each time they got cursed. But please break the statue.
I don't want you to destroy the statue. It's part of the temple. That's just horrible. Stella yells, "You got a better idea?" And she says, "You could just try covering it. You have a big cloth or something? Jeez. Complicating everything, guys."
My sleeping bag over the statue.
If you guys want to make an intelligence check or something, Vezerin might have something in his pocket.
What we need is a Holocaust cloak.
That do it?
Vezerin might something in his pocket.
Anybody got a Holocaust?
Magnus, while you're surrounded by all these thoughts and ideas, the understanding of how to use this ring is clicked. Do you want to? I assume you want to be tuned to this ring.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and at that moment of attunement, you could try to use it. And that doesn't give you a wisdom saving throw against the spell, but as you know, you no longer need to be in this room.
So I can pop. What do I got to do to pop it?
Use a charge and be wherever the recall is. Now, the problem with that is you're not 100% sure where that is right now because you didn't set the recall. Um, so that could backfire. But you could. I don't know.
Oh, because then I'm blindly going wherever I go. I
Yep.
got you.
The the last recall location is dot dot dot.
Yep. Let's do that. I could die, but hey.
Yeah, so is my morning star doing any work on the statue or no?
Oh yeah, you can chip away at that statue. Just roll damage a couple times. Magnus, you realize you're in this room. It's dark in here. There's no light, but
Banging a drum.
you still can. Well, actually, there is some light coming in through this arrow slit here, and if you peer out, you see this area, so you're able to deduce where you are quickly. That door is closed, so you're no longer able to see the statue. Ping, 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 ping. You're not doing enough damage to break through the hardness of the statue to do any real damage. Yeah, okay, good. 1d8 plus 1 is not going to be over 10 anytime soon.
Oh, wrong number. Oops.
1d8 plus 1 is there's your max. 9. It's not beating 10. I love you.
So 10 is to actually like wound it basically.
The hardness of the statue is at least 10. You're realizing you're
Okay.
not damaging the statue as you swing away at it.
What if I tried frostbiting it and then hitting that spot?
You can make an Arcana
Yeah,
check
good.
first, or you can just give it a shot.
I'll do an Arcana check first.
I'm gonna light a torch.
Okay. You're pretty sure with the right combination of magic, you could start to break this statue. All you need to do is keep trying.
We'll give it a shot. Don't know if it's the right combination, but we'll see.
You bet. You
So
cast.
what do you roll?
You cast your cantrip on that, so you don't need to roll anything because you're wasting your time. But you don't know that, so just keep rolling.
Yay! We'll give it like 3 more. Ping, ping, ping.
Sure. And then I need you to make an insight check, please. You spend a few rounds blasting the statue with cantrips and smacking it with your weapon, and the statue doesn't seem to. Wow.
Oh.
Okay. You the 2 natural ones. Wow. That you do. Okay. That's only 1 natural one. That's a d20. I see what's going on there. Okay. You just like instinct. You were hungry and you're eating, so that makes sense. Yeah, it's not barely paying attention to. In fact, I actually personally I'm getting hungry too. I should go get a sandwich. Stella hears it maybe. At that point, Arcanica, which you named her, I do appreciate the. She's trying to compliment you on a well thought out name for her. I didn't come to the right words. I'm sorry. And with that, I feel the need to throw you a bone, so to speak. Yeah. First, of course, your specter poltergeist friend here would be completely unaffected by the spell of the statue's magic. That's fine. But I don't know if once she gets in there, she'd be able to do any good. As long as you focus, if you can get some force going, that's good stuff, because that's how poltergeists work. And basically, she is now Gabriel. If you wanted to use some of your animate dead, you said you had the ability to control undead in a way. Kind of, you might be able to work with this poltergeist, get some magic effects going. If you were the controller of this creature, you might be able to get it to do things that it normally can't do on its own. I would love to see how that would play out. I might be able to assist with that for a price. Um, I
I was
do
just going to raise 2 corpses and send them in to drag them out.
using similar magic on this poltergeist could warrant some very interesting results that I would
Yeah.
actually like to see.
At this time, I'm kind of fed up with my party members. And
Oh,
let Moss the Builder in there just wail away. He couldn't take 3 minutes out of his busy schedule of hitting it with a stick to drag the bodies out to me.
actually, he's busy with the bodies. To tell you the truth, and they're kind of broken away and dusty. They might not work for your. So they're not. I thought you needed fresh corpses for that. When Moss enters the room, he's got a femur in his other hand. He's removing it from his mouth, and as he enters the room. So I mean, he brought some of the body with him.
I just have slapping Vezrin awake with the femur.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to drag Zezerin into this room, no problem. While you're munching on the corpse of one of the bodies that were in the room.
Like a
Explain
turkey
to
leg.
me how you woke me up.
He's literally eating. I'm so happy I'm not there.
You're not.
I know.
We should move on to you in a moment, but I actually want to go. I don't know. Do you, I have my own. Sorry, I don't know how to word this. Sometimes my body crashes. I need to go grab something to eat. I forgot to eat anything when I came.
No, I feel that because I kind of skip breakfast when I D&D.
It's weird. I don't know why it happens this time of day. Maybe it's because I've been up so late. I don't know. But this is the second. Who did I lose?
Me, my computer did a weird
Oh,
thing.
are you just leaving because you're sick of this, or?
No, no.
I wouldn't blame you.
Gabriel is sick of it. Steve isn't.
Okay, I feel a little better. Yeah, Moss.
Now that we have our whole party
your
saved, I'm
condition.
fine.
You realize at this moment that you eat the dead, and apparently you're not having a problem with that. Zezerin, you see that too. You also have in your hand a couple coins. I would like to show them to you.
I also Vezrin the corpse leg. The corpse.
These are the coins you scooped up on your just before you lost, the ability to focus. They're kind of cool.
When did he scoop stuff? I don't remember him scooping stuff.
I'm just being nice at this point.
I know.
Yeah, just being,
That's not nice.
not always.
I have an idea what those coins are.
I'm gonna go see if any more of these magic items are gonna help us.
You're gonna go look at the statue, is what I heard.
Moss.
Yeah.
What the?
Moss, you said you were smacking me with a femur to wake me up.
He's
Yeah.
done with that. He did that already.
All right. Well, after he did that and woke me up, I swung at him with a short sword.
That's fine.
All right.
Chop chop.
You did.
And
not,
I missed.
You did. Yeah, you swung at his. Yep, with a short sword.
You're still a little groggy from your.
Stella looks at you, Zezerin, and she's like, "If you're just trying to stop him," she goes to give you a fist bump. Like, nice try. Be nice if he'd stop walking into the room with the cursed. So you had in there. Yeah, at this point you're looking around, and the items you were looking at, they're not there. Yeah. Zezerin has the coins. You did notice that. But you don't know where the ring is. But you can guess, because Magnus isn't there either. And Christian, I'll get back to you in a minute. I just want to go grab something.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
We'll take a quick break.
Alright, I'll do the same.
The Arcanoloth is entertained, and she has mentioned to you that it's possible to use controlling necromancy spells to control this creature behind you. You just got to get creative. And with that control could come some benefits for the creature. Unfortunately, she'd be giving up a little bit of her will, But I mean, do you really want to exist in this form anymore? Like she's talking her into it, and it's working. So yeah, you could use your abilities to control the souls of others. That's possible, especially when they're already dead. Anyways, I'm gonna go get some. I'll be right back.
Thieves' tools. And mage hand.
Good.
Hi, I'm back. Sorry about all that.
So you can pop the chest.
Yes.
Oh, don't bother. Call it a freebie.
Frisbee.
Frisbee.
Freebie.
Frisbee.
Frisbee.
Easy talk.
She really likes the couch. And she has her tea.
So where were we not?
Well, Arcanica, who loves her new nickname, was working with Gabriel and Rogue Poltergeist Survivor in an attempt to create a more lasting bond. All sorts of good ideas came from both individuals, and Gabriel, you don't need an insight check. Where the fuck did I just put my tea? Guys, seriously, did I leave it upstairs? Don't tell me.
Is Stella no longer werewolf?
Well, Stella changed back into her human form in an attempt to seduce Moss into stop being an idiot, but he's a corpse that's eating people right now, so she's a little confused.
Oh, damn. Yeah, it's really hard to...
I think I just poured my tea and left it upstairs. I'll be right back.
Hey, Gabe, you're near
Very
the
simple.
bed. Take care of Stella real quick.
So
You got. I guess you got to
finish exploring this little
Whose
wing,
Stella is this?
and then if it's not worth it, we don't have to find out how to get the whole party pass.
What, Magnus?
Remember Morris Day and the time?
I do.
Do you remember Graffiti Bridge?
Yes.
Whose Stella is this? My Stella. Whose Stella is this? My Stella. What you doing over here with me?
1,000 Ways to Die. Choose one. That was a great movie.
Yeah, dude, they really kind of like there must be something going on with Prince because they really did open the door on a lot of controversial shit about Prince. Back again, I should say.
Yes, I walked my empty coffee cup back down the cellar and left my tea upstairs.
Oh, fail.
I think I might be tired, but I got this. Where was I? Yeah, that didn't work. So Moss went off and ate some corpses and went back into the room with the statue.
Eating corpses.
Infinite knowledge, forever, never in your reach. Never closer. The Arcanolith is talking with Gabriel. Oh, you don't need an insight check to realize that she has changed her. She realizes her position has changed. In which she's no longer, she's not coming from a position of weakness, but she can no longer barter your friends' lives. So she's willing to work with you for other. She's willing to change the terms to get what she wants. You know, negotiations have changed slightly. Except maybe Moss. Moss might still be dead. She's not sure. He seems to be doing fine. So the next few minutes is a detailed spew of information and knowledge that comes from her. Some of it doesn't completely make. It might make sense. You can make an Arcana check. What she's trying to say is there are ways to tie this poltergeist into an item, or she needs a new anchor before she disappears into nothing. So you might be able to have your own poltergeist rogue. Just tie it into a weapon. I don't know. There's options. And this poltergeist was looking at a very interesting book that she has happened to glance at as well at this point, and there are some good ideas.
So I asked the poltergeist what her thoughts are about this. Is this something she would want?
Being flesh and blood again would be wonderful. And I'm not getting into character voice at the moment, but being flesh being flesh and blood again would be wonderful, but disappearing into nothing would suck. So, whatever she has to do now to get closer to her goal would be great.
So if I tie her into an object, what does that mean? Like, how does that work?
Well, usually that kind of a situation is permanent, and that might not be what this young poltergeist wants.
Mm.
And those are the words the Arcanolith uses. But
I guess so. What are my options if I use the animate dead spell? What can we do with this poltergeist?
well, including some of the rituals the poltergeist has found, we could put her into an object, and then you could summon her. She can follow you around because of the object, and then we could tie into that my ability to see through the poltergeist, so I could pay attention and watch because things get boring and I'd like to watch. What other options would you need?
I might have an idea.
Are you in the room? Oh, I don't have the map anymore, Chris. I don't know.
I'm sorry. Let me. Yep. On it. Boop.
There you are, man. What's your idea?
What if we take the scroll that I got, put the poltergeist into the scroll of Find Familiar, and then I could summon the poltergeist flesh and blood.
You mean you'd have a poltergeist as a familiar?
No, I mean we would just summon her to this plane. Mind you, she would only live as long as she could.
I don't know if that's how Find Familiar works.
It wouldn't be Find Familiar. We'd overwrite it somehow.
Would that work?
I do like your initiative. I think we could make something like that work. Gabriel, she wouldn't be under your control if she came back human. What's Moss doing? I'd love to know.
I'm eating, but I would like to open the door.
Okay. And then Magnus, what are you up to? Well, Moss. The black marble balcony that overhangs the northwest corner is all crumbling and falling away. It doesn't look safe. But there is a door on the other side.
It's not the biggest fall,
No, it's fine.
but I'm gonna be fairly cautious with my steps and kind of try to test it a little bit before I put my weight down.
It is not safe.
But
I'm sorry, I'm back.
Hello.
I want to try to like hug the wall maybe.
Okay.
So do these doors open in or out?
You don't know. You're busy falling. You walk into
I'm falling,
you
yeah.
get right to about here, and you fall down to the other map.
Okay.
I said it's unsafe like 3 times. I don't know what else. I love you.
Fall into the pit with his own raptors?
So you've been down here before.
Ooh, wasn't this where the beholders were?
Oh,
Do you mean flame skulls?
Yeah, the eyes of the beholders. I don't know why I said beholders. Please don't put beholders
Dude,
down there.
I'm tired. I get it.
totally looking up the holder.
They're more over here right now, kind of just patrolling. As you make the noise and fall into this area, you take Make a dexterity saving throw. Oh, it's only
I
9.
don't like the idea of you bringing it back because I don't know if you have an army.
So you take half of that. I mean, you take half. You take half of the 9, so you only take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall down to the first level. And from here, you can see the 3 flame skulls. Even though they're bouncing around looking for things, they still might not notice you. You're just like a random noise at the moment. Let's find out. Perception. Plus 2. 15. 16. 13. You do have a chance to hide if you'd like.
I would love to do so.
Okay. Stealth. Looks like your DC is a 16. All 3 of them.
Hold on.
You have a 12 and plus nothing? Well, oh, wait, yeah, you're not. Okay, never mind.
I'd assume I wouldn't have time for guidance, so I didn't even.
No, you fell. You don't have time for guidance.
Yeah.
Oh, so you fall.
But I would like to spend another lucky point.
Okay.
I'm gonna try this one more time to see if I can pass it.
There's a convenient cloud of dust as these black marble chips hit back and forth, and you're able to just.
It's like one of those stay down moments where like it's a lot of pain, and if I don't move, no one's gonna see me.
Now this is going to be like a video game where you're dealing with cameras that are doing this, and you have to map.
Okay.
like you're in that moment right now. There are no shortage of flame skulls watching the center of the Temple of the Secrets, and you are currently down there with them. And what's even better is most of the party either doesn't know or doesn't care.
It could be both.
Could be. So you're seeing. Well, let me draw another one. You get the idea? It's gonna get weird. I'm not gonna keep the illustration going, but yeah.
Hang on, I gotta be right back.
No problem. Ducking into that room or trying to get to the secret door up the stairs might be your better options.
Mm-hmm. That's right behind the statue, right? This right here.
Hello?
Hello?
I just unplugged myself.
You're talking about right here, correct?
Sorry?
You're talking about right there, correct? That's the stairs going up?
Yeah. You're aware of them because that's where you guys went up already.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the moment you're in right now. But let's go back to our conversation upstairs.
So we're not going to use the Find Familiar spell.
Why not?
So I don't want you to have an army.
I wouldn't have an army. It's just one.
I don't trust the darkness of that spell case, that scroll case. We're not using something that was given to you by a devil to bring this individual who has shown so much heroic heart. My friend, you I say to the poltergeist, you deserve to exist. And I want to do something that will make sure that you do. But I'm not going to tether you to something twisted and evil that will use you for unscrupulous things.
I recommend tying her into some kind of an item and keeping her in this poltergeist form. I
So
think she'd have a
why don't I get a sense?
Why don't we ask her what she wants?
We have. She said she wants to be flesh and blood again, but she also doesn't want to vanish.
Well, we've given her a couple options now. Why don't we just ask her?
You seem to think that dark scroll case is an option. I'm telling you it's not.
But you're not. So you're going to take the fascist approach and not allow her to make her own
I'm
decisions?
not going to take a fascist approach. I'm going to take a wholesome approach and not tether her to something twisted and evil. That's already happened to her once.
Poltergeist, I'm so sorry that nobody has asked you this yet. Do you have a name?
That's a good question. Oh, she forgot that shit long ago. She just stares. That for the first time in a while, she doesn't move.
There we go. So if I tether her to a item, how exactly does that look? Like what is it like almost like a shield guardian? Like I have the object, and as long as I have the object, she follows my direction, or is she independent? How does that work?
Why am I wasting time finding his own fantasy grounds? Come here. The Arcana left mentions that she'd more or less be following you around. She'd still kind of be herself. With the item nearby, she should be able to exist like this, which in this realm is probably a blessing compared to coming back in mortal flesh.
Mm. And it would give us time to try to figure out some way to bring her back to mortal flesh.
And as you look at her, she looks a little more translucent than she did a moment ago. Apparently, trying to remember her name is causing her to realize she doesn't exist.
Well done. Try to manipulate her onto your side by making her feel warm and fuzzy, and now she's vanishing.
Anthony, it's not your fault you rolled a natural 1. But yeah, Steve's right. It's your fault.
Can I throw an inspiration point at that intelligence check?
You don't think helping her remember her name would help, but you do believe naming her might. Whatever her name was, it doesn't matter anymore. That's a natural 1.
I'm going to call you Mira.
She starts to regain some of her. You still, Zezerin, you still think that if you really wanted her to come back fully, she needs to kill something soon. That's what Zezerin thinks right now. She needs to get that natural 20 critical hit again a couple times.
Where's Moss? He's the last person to hit me. Where's Moss?
That's a great question. Make a perception check. And then tell me what you got, because my head's in the book. I found it!
I got a natural 1.
Moss is staring at the statue.
Invisibility or something.
He's looking at the statue. Go take a look.
Oh, all right, yeah.
Oh, please. While I'm figuring out what to do with the poltergeist, go take a look at the statue.
Come on, Mira. Come on, Mira. Let's go find Moss.
Mira, stay here. We're going to give you a permanency. I have the object in mind, too.
Okay. Yeah, the Arcana left is pretty much suggesting the same thing. What, Steve? What would happen is she would be how is this worded? Once she agrees to fight alongside you, the character would be tied to the item. Yeah, there isn't much more to it than that, unless I wanted to go make some stuff up. You wouldn't be summoning her so much as she could just come and go as she pleases, as long as the item's nearby. She wouldn't be able to get a certain distance from the item, whatever that item is, and we really wouldn't be giving that item any bonuses or whatever. But she could communicate through the item or have a form, but that it'll be a sentient item. You'd be creating a sentient item, and whether or not she could come up as a form like this, or she'd just be stuck in the sword or whatever, we'll get to that.
Does she get any benefits while using the item? Or does the item cease to exist while she is existent?
She doesn't get any. She becomes like the item. Does Steve get any benefits? Would be the question.
No. But like, say she comes out of the item, like she's taking the form from the item. Does the item cease to exist for that moment?
No, at that point it's just an item.
Okay.
Oh, so it's not she remains a poltergeist and I have an item, almost like a shield guardian kind of thing.
It can be.
That's more what I prefer, because I was thinking of using that little statue of Markovia that we found at the thing in hopes that it would imbibe her with some goodness and purity as well.
Okay. The Arcana loves this idea.
Oh, no.
That sounds remarkable. What is this now?
Well, it was just that little figurine.
No, she's asking you. I know what it is.
Oh. And my hope is that the goodness of Markovia would transcend into the poltergeist.
Yes, that is a possibility.
And then so
Yes,
long as
that
I
is
have
a possibility.
so long as I have the statue, then she can continue to exist.
Cool. And while this conversation is happening, Moss,
Hello.
Flame
I
Skulls.
was going back and forth between between the two maps, and I closed out the one that I'm on.
No problem.
Can I have it back, please?
Here you go.
Thank you.
It's a lot colder down here. Oh, you're a corpse, so you might not care. This statue seems a little more intimidating than usual. It's a statue of a wizard, but it's not one of the statues you looked at before. The hallway over here has amber sheer corridor heading into that area, but that area doesn't look completely safe at this second. It might in like 3 seconds. You don't know. It does look like this skull is heading in this direction, so you don't know if that's the best plan. But you can let me know what you just. This is a pillar. You could try to hide behind it. These stairs head up, obviously, onto the balcony, which it might be safe. Yeah, you got options. Hiding in this room is a possibility. Fighting 3 flame skulls is a possibility too. I just want to put that out there. I don't agree with it, but it's a good possibility.
So, is there any stable flooring by the door that was here on the second floor?
Any stable flooring?
So, like in this corner of the room, do I see any stable flooring?
As in the floor you're standing on, or the floor you fell from?
That I fell from.
No.
Like, is there any place? Okay.
No, the whole balcony came down. So you look up and you see a sheer wall and a door 30 feet up, or it might be 20 feet up, but you get the idea. There's the door you came out of and the other door are both way up there.
Is there any like? Is there any? Basically, what I'm picturing is so, like, you can tell me if it's possible. Is there any way that I could jump off like stuff to get to that doorway?
No, there's nothing here that's going to get you that high. Even if you had like magical jump going on. I do want to mention that there is another balcony on the other side of the temple, and this like it was a mirror. There's a balcony on both sides. The other balcony looks fine. This flame skull is underneath it, floating along the bottom of it, and that is right there. And thank you. It's now telling me it's 40 feet up, so now I know.
Okay.
No, it's not that. That's the note I made. That's not the. That's all I need. I think it was 20 feet. Oh well.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna dash for this doorway.
Yeah, it's 30 feet is the ground floor, 30 feet is the second floor, and 60 feet up is the ceiling. You're gonna book it that way?
Yeah.
If you go half speed, you have stealth checks. If you book it, we roll initiative. Doesn't mean they see you. Just I would need to know whose turn it is.
That's what I was here, right? Yeah, I'd have to go full speed. I'm also gonna use the dash action.
Okay. Where are you trying to end
So
up?
that's 30, and then my next 30 will take me 5, 10.
I wonder if she would then get the stats. What are those things called?
I'll be at the top of the staircase.
You'd have to go find them.
Okay, just roll a D20 plus dex. I just want to see what your initiative would have been, in case he gets a shot off. But you rolled much higher. You're fine.
Sweet.
You did hear a noise, some kind of an acknowledgement, like, but you didn't take any damage or feel anything coming your way. And yeah, you make it back up the stairs. I'm gonna put you up on the other map in the library. Are
Sweet.
you really, really
Thank
small? You are really, really small. I'll take you from the combat tracker and put you in there, and then it'll be happy. Be happy. Okay.
So, okay, I know what I want to do right now.
Did you let go of any of the corpse you were munching on? Did you hold on to that? You put it in a safe spot?
During the fall, we kind of pulled it in like a stuffed animal, like a toddler would, for comfort.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I think I kind of had like a very tight grip on it as I was running, just out of instinct.
Sounds good.
So, yeah, I'm just kind of a corpse holding corpses.
That's fine.
But, yeah, I'm figuring there might be a secret room now on the other side of the library.
Okay.
because you were saying there is a symmetrical balcony, so more of this temple might be symmetrical.
That makes sense. You can make a perception check as you check the other wall. You have advantage because you know what you're looking for. Steve, it is your. I want to go back to this conversation quick.
So now we had another thought.
I'm listening. And the Arcanoloth is very interested. She has mentioned a couple of times to the point where you're sure that what she wants to do is include some kind of a scrying ability through this poltergeist friend of yours.
I get that.
And the poltergeist doesn't object to that.
Yeah. I'm not completely against it either. She might be a good ally against Strahd at some point.
She seems to be more like an audience than an ally, but it's possible that you can.
Yeah, I think she wants to know what's in the tomb, the crypt, without going there to see if there's anything she can acquire, right?
You did gather the fact that she wants to know things without actually exploring things. She wants other people to do the exploring. Yes.
So our newest thought is, what if we had found a suit of armor and put her into that, turning her into an animated armor. That would give her a form that she could move about in, would give her some of her autonomy that she wants.
Yes. That sounds like a brilliant idea.
What do you think of that, Mara?
She seems pretty excited. The more powerful things she hears about, the more she gets interested. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like this is better than finding loot. I'm becoming loot. And the Arcanoloth is
type of wound closure she could become.
She is a rogue, though, so she can only take the form with light armor involved. Otherwise, she'll lose her stealthiness.
Steve, can you make an insight check? Zezerin, can you make an insight check also? Zezerin, and of course I meant Gabriel, not Steve. Okay. Oh, yeah. Zezerin, you're watching this Arcanoloth talk, and first you're familiar with this style of communication. You grew up with this style of communication. You're a tiefling. This is a very lower planes anecdote going on in the background here, but you're not able to put the details together. Gabriel, you have watched as she has carefully knit her last couple of paragraphs to the point where the poltergeist now wants to be a suit of armor, and you're pretty sure if the Arcanoloth wanted her to be a toad, she'd want to be a toad. Like, the Arcanoloth has done a good job of gaining her desire, and she is now wielding her desires against her. However, she hasn't really told her anything that you don't like, so you may or may not let that continue. That's up to you. Like, the poltergeist doesn't realize she's lost her own sense of will there, but the Arcanoloth is making lots of good ideas, and she's like, yeah, that sounds great. That sounds great. She's to the point where she's not really adding to the conversation anymore. That may or may not be bothering you. She totally J-marted this particular situation.
Wow.
I love Jason, but I've seen him do it. I know,
Nope.
and I know he's in a different place now, but.
Wait, what do you mean by J-Mart of the situation?
You'd have to be there, dude.
Oh, okay.
You didn't go camping with him and watch him rape his wife over Monopoly.
I have seen him. I am immune to that, to the whole J-Mart thing, to the point where he knows it and we just laugh about it when it's over. I'm sure you are too, Christian.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen him do it. It's pretty horrible. And
I call him out on it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's convincing her that she wants something that she doesn't.
No, it's not that she at this point she doesn't. The only thing she's gonna want is what the Arcanoloth tells her she wants at this point. She's got her. And Gabriel rolled a 23, so Gabriel knows it. But it's not something Gabriel doesn't want. And maybe she could be talked back into her own. I don't know. Now being a suit of armor sounds better than being flesh and blood. Because being flesh and blood means you're going to die someday, and this is a strange land. Maybe you should, and it all made sense.
Hedge your bets.
But Gabriel, you see through it to the point where you don't think she's making her own decisions anymore. But hey, she's a ghost. She's already dead. I'm just putting it out there. Just complicating the situation. That's what I do.
Yeah. Okay.
T, you're not supposed to be gone. I gotta give Jay his props, man.
I got a side question real quick.
I'd love to. Besides, you've been stuck in a room for like 20 minutes.
No, I've been looking out the eye hole, watching him survive what was going on down there.
You absolutely did. The whole time. You saw.
Love that you're not intervening too, and you're just letting Karma
You saw.
take it.
You saw the skulls. You saw the rooms. You saw the moss.
Yep.
A little bit of Solid Snake playing in the background, whatever video game noise is making.
We could put the poltergeist in Moss's body once his little side adventure's done.
So yeah, what did you want to do, Christian? I'm sorry.
It was out of character. Gabriel didn't say
Did you
it.
touch one of those sarcophagus?
No, I've just been hanging out with everyone who did.
Oh yeah,
Rubbing off
you
on
did.
them.
All right. So if I move to here, oh
Don't open
no,
the,
it'll take me back to.
don't open the door. Please don't. I don't know how that plays out. Yeah. I was a little concerned. I'm like, when are you gonna try to get out of this room? Because where are you going?
Well,
Uh,
I can go 30 feet.
there's your world. This narrow room has an arrow slit in the center of the south wall. That's it. That's where you live now. No, I'm just
Break
kidding.
it down.
There's nothing else in this room at all.
Nope.
Break
So like
it.
a flame skull room.
Yeah, like actual people could have been in there. With,
You have
with
Misty Step?
weapons.
Oh, not this.
Work. Oh my god, that would work.
You could risk the room or wait for help, or I don't know. You got to I don't know. But that's where he set his spot there, and then he ran in, and things didn't go well for him after that.
Yeah, he got here. And he think there.
If you think about it, he made a couple saving throws, and then he didn't make a saving throw. And
No,
eventually, you failed the save. Right, Moss?
What?
I failed the
In
first
my
one, and then I
case,
kept making
maybe
it.
eventually I'll make a saving throw.
Yeah, I would think maybe.
How it was for me was I failed the first one, which I was surprised about, and then the rest of them I made because I have like a +7.
You could make a run for either door. I don't know why I'm helping.
Oh, and then did my 19 lead to anything with the door? Or
Nah,
you
because
did
there's nothing there.
here?
I
Okay.
love you.
I can try an old trick.
That sounds like fun. Yeah, there's nothing but wall over there.
All right, let's try this. I'm going to cast Zone of Truth.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try and get through this thing. This way, if I end up back at it, maybe I can get some advantage from the secrets. Curse the curse, so to speak.
Okay.
We'll see. So my plan is to try and make the room.
All right.
This
But you
is the
cast Zone of Truth first. Is that right?
Yep.
I like that. Okay.
All right. And now I'm going to try and run for the door.
All right. At the end of your turn, make a Wisdom saving throw with advantage. Because this is the God of Secrets, and there's a bunch of lies in there, and I think that Zone of Truth would really help. Absolutely.
That's what I was hoping.
Yeah.
I was hoping that I could avoid the. If I get caught up in it, maybe I can decipher the lie from the truth.
As the things in the statue are trying to pull you in, they can't lie. They get confused. There's pauses in what they're.
The things that you would think that would conflict.
Yeah, I like that.
And what am I doing? I'm doing wisdom.
The Wisdom saving throw, but with advantage. And Zone of Truth doesn't require that's not high enough, unfortunately. But Zone of Truth doesn't require concentration. So instead of it being like you're waiting for someone to save you, you're going to get more saving throws. We're just
Okay.
not right away. So you do walk yourself to the statue for the moment, back in your usual spot. But You're gonna get saving throws along the way because that zone of truth doesn't require concentration, which means it's still there.
Right.
That being said, the Arcanoloth's got some ideas on how it happens. She just needs to know what it's happening, and really has opened the floor to you, Gabriel, because the poltergeist is. I mean, she's there and she's got some ideas, but the Arcanoloth could change her mind relatively without.
So to get
trying.
right now, because he hasn't been in the room since then, doesn't think that I did anything other than walk back.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know about that.
Yeah. Everyone's just gonna see you walk out of the room. So yeah, Gabriel, do you want to, I don't know, put the finishing touches on this situation?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a suit of armor.
Well,
So
you're wearing armor.
I'm not taking my armor off.
You don't
I
have
have
to.
armor.
We could put it on Cesarin's armor.
No,
We
no,
could-
no. I have armor.
We
You
could
have the
add her,
Revenant armor.
we could add her to your armor. We could add her to Cesarin's armor.
The idea is to allow her to have a physical form.
I reach into my soul bag. I reach into my soul bag of holding, and I take out the half plate armor.
Is there something special about this half-plate armor?
It came from what's his face that we killed.
The Revenant.
I also have his greatsword.
Yes, I remember that now. The fact that it's the soul bag armor is a whole nother story. The Arcanolith does look the bag up and down. This unique bag of holding that you have. That's a whole
Tongue
nother...
wiggle.
Yes, that's a whole nother story right there. So we're gonna put this willful poltergeist into this armor. Is that what we want to do, gentlemen?
Or do we want to put it into the bag?
Go ahead, Christian.
Go ahead, what?
Carry the
Oh,
sword.
roll?
Wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Only you. It's not your
Just a matter
polter-
of which of the 5 minutes do you break it? Because I don't think anyone's coming for you. Oh, you're still there. The DC's like a 16, by the way. You can be there in a minute, but you'll make it eventually. If you don't make it within 10 minutes, the zone of truth is gonna wear off.
I understand.
Okay, so you're getting like 10 chances, and that's 2 of them.
We were in that one room that had a bunch of treasure. There were suits of armor in that room, weren't there?
I want to say yes, just as the DM, but I could double check to see.
There were like
for sure.
stacks and stacks. The gold, the
Yeah,
silver.
but all the metal was all rusted. It was the metal in the armor was the stuff from the soldiers of Jargon Volsholt who fell long ago. Only the stuff that would never that's timeless, like the gemstones.
What
and
about the
gold.
Lich's armor?
The Lich is gone. The Lich and everything he was wearing is not here. It's gone. You did this infant bond. Who's got the most powerful armor here? We could just add her to the most powerful armor near.
I look at her and I say, listen, I know what you're doing, and I'm all right with it so far, but now you're starting to push it a little further by trying to give us to give up our armor. Just stop there, okay? We're on the same team right now. Just like when you figured it out that I wasn't begging properly.
Yes,
I got you.
Yes, of course.
We are working towards the same end. I think I'm going to be fine with you having surveillance through the poltergeist. That's a fair trade for what you're going to help us do.
It does sound.
My concern is more allowing this poor creature who has fought so gallantly by our side to be able to continue to exist in the world and to be a friend to man, to help us help Barovia.
Oh, hey, Moss.
Hi.
Yes, that all makes sense. You see, the problem is, Gabriel, sometimes I get bored. And she pulls out a small dagger. She doesn't look aggressive at all. She waves it. You can try to stop her. There's this moment where there's a shing. The amber light starts to hit the dagger in a way that you realize the dagger is magical.
Okay.
She's moving her offhand over the dagger blade for a moment.
Please stop.
She's almost done casting.
I'm going to sleight of hand steal it
Right out of her hands?
right out of her hands.
And me without my Magnus.
Okay.
What?
You want to
You
grab the magic dagger from the magic user with sleight of hand. So it's like pickpocket, but she's holding on to it. You're kind of at disadvantage on this roll, and that's a gorgeous roll, so I'd hate to say that.
All right,
She-
so
she's holding on to her magic item, and she's in the middle of using it to do something. Yeah.
So roll again, take the lower of the two.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I really liked the 23 though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna. She's in the middle of casting, but I guess a strength check is relevant. Wow, she barely made that. She didn't see that coming. And
But does it distract enough to disrupt the spell?
No, worse. It gets her to speed up and finish. She didn't realize you were gonna go grab for the dagger. And when she's done, she turns it and goes to hand it to you. But you can make an Arcana check, Scissorin.
I was about to whack her in the head with a mace because I could do that as a reaction for that. It's a good thing that's how that.
Wow.
I rolled a 690.
You have advantage on this roll.
I don't want you to die.
You're not gonna miss this. There was a gem on the dagger that was glowing, and now it's not. But it wasn't like, bring! It was just like glimmer, 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 and now it's not. But you can't deduce what that means because it's 11. She goes, "We're all done. That should work. That'll be." And then she starts to look around. Oh dear. Dear. Oh dear. That's odd. That's what she does.
Did she say we're all dead?
No. I don't remember her saying that.
Oh, we're all done.
We're all done, is what she said. And she handed Zezerin the dagger, which you now have.
Which was possibly disenchanted.
What do you mean we're all done?
Well, I'm confident that it worked. Whatever it was.
So she's in this dagger?
No, she is in the most powerful suit of armor nearby.
Oh, fuck you.
Which apparently isn't in this room. I didn't know.
I thought she needed my help to do this.
No, but no, it's cute. Anyone can make an Arcana check as they look at the dagger at this point.
I already made mine, yeah?
Yeah, you made yours.
And she gave the dagger to Zezerin. Great.
Moss, you pretty much figured it out. Gabriel, you're on the cusp. Whatever magic was expelled when she finished using it. Moss, you're the one that catches that it was a luck blade. She's used the wish that was in it.
She
used the wish?
God damn it.
Magnus, what is your armor?
Said the most powerful, so it might not be me, but
Well, if it's not you and it's in the area, that might be a problem.
Mine's half plate.
where do I come
+1. What's the Revenant's?
Who?
The Revenant armor that we have. What are the stats on it?
It's just half plate armor.
That Revenant's didn't have anything special to it?
No.
Other than it was his.
I mean, we know her name. We'll be able to find her. And my connection with her is solid, so as soon as she does something, I can see it.
I'm sorry. You put her in the most powerful armor nearby. What does nearby mean?
I mean, we're all nearby when it comes to this plane and the things.
I worded the wish within the temple.
Most powerful armor in the temple.
Unfortunately, your group currently does not have the most powerful armor in the temple. I did not. I guess
Oh,
that
God.
makes sense. That was pretty cool. But you will, I'm sure. And when you do, you will be reunited with your. You named
Well,
her. What was her name?
You've completely screwed yourself on this, friend. She's not going to be under our control at all now. She's not going to be connected to us in any way.
No, she's connected to. According to the wish, she'll be connected to you or one of you.
Which one of us?
I don't know what happened. I'm not sure. I thought it was going to be your armor. Yeah. I'm sure it'll work out.
All right, let's start our Easter egg hunt.
I've had that dagger forever. It wasn't doing any good with that wish anyways. And I really want to see what happens when you guys get to the crypt. So I'm confident that this will I'm confident this will play out just fine. And this conversation was getting very boring.
All right, you guys ready to go back downstairs, finish exploring? Try to find this armor?
Yes, finding the armor should be your top priority.
No, finding the sword.
Help us locate it?
Only thing I'm thinking about.
Locate object. What a great idea, Gabriel. If you focus on your poltergeist, you should be able to locate her no problem. Probably.
I do not have that ability.
It has been a long time since I've cast a wish in a hastily state. And she looks at Zezerin.
Zezerin left the room.
Oh. She looks in the direction Zezerin was in.
You threw that haste out pretty nonchalantly, I must say.
Skill and practice, Moss.
So, do I know anything about Arcana, whatever these are?
Arcana loss? You could make a religion check. That'd be wonderful.
All right, and then would being a druid relate with that at all, or no?
Druid? No. Corpseified revenant of the Star Corpse? Yeah, maybe.
You said Arcana, though?
And you've got all sorts of weird secrets floating around just outside of your subconscious there. And mostly some of that might help a little bit. That's a 10. Loth sounds lower plane-ish. That's all you got.
So Loth sounds lower planet?
Loth?
Plane-ish?
Yeah, like the very end of her name. She's an Arcana Loth. Loth,
okay.
Loth sounds lower plane-ish.
Like if you're breaking like down a word into like its Latin root or whatever?
Yeah, I'm breaking exactly. Lower planes being the bad planes and the outer planes. Yeah, that's a good question. Sorry, I just copied that.
So, Arcanica, would you go get Moss for us?
What's wrong? Where's Moss?
I'm right next to Arcanica right
I'm
now.
sorry, Magnus?
Oh yeah, Magnus, make a couple rolls, man.
With the foreknowledge of what I was doing, I'd like to use an inspiration and either draw upon my strength or my constitution.
Okay. With the inspiration check, you make it. Just boom. Spending the inspiration, you can get up and walk away. You see through the lies that were spinning around you that were forcing you to kneel. And now when you look at that statue, sorry?
Can I ask this thing where the sword is?
What, the statue?
Yes. Because of all the information it's trying to flood me?
Yes.
Thank you. What am I rolling it on?
Persuasion?
Persuasion.
I did not see that coming.
Charisma. That's a good one.
Jacket. No.
Did you see a part of the... If you scroll out on the map you're on, I'm pointing to a door.
Oh, nice.
It bings, just like the locate object spell. Bing! Bing!
That's
You feel...
Can I
called
scale
lost,
this?
isn't it, or no?
He fell down when he went out there.
You felt a supernatural weight applied to your shoulders when you asked for that favor. But you're a Vistani, so you should be okay. You're used to dealing with things like this.
It should. That's terrifying.
Yeah, it's the should. You want to ask the God of Secrets for a favor? That's fine. Sure, go ahead. It's in front of his powerful altar in the room shop. Yep, on board. What were we doing?
Well, hopefully Magnus is going to come back in the room and...
Yeah, you can move freely. That statue doesn't affect you at all. Well, you look at it now, you do see the remnants of some kind of a deity, but it's just a stone statue like any other stone statue. You no longer feel the effects of the statue at all. It's not bothering you.
My God, we were just about to get the party together, and now Zezarin's in another room.
Where'd he go? Where did Zezarin go?
He's getting ready to go downstairs.
Oh. What are you doing, Zezarin? Downstairs?
Walk in the room, kicking skulls all the way.
Yep.
And I know where the sword is.
Here goes Moss. Jeez.
What are we doing?
Magnus, where have you been?
They ran away.
Did you discover anything that can help us?
The sword. I found the sword.
Oh, fantastic. Your poltergeist army, this Arcana cloth, tossed it into the most powerful armor in the temple.
You're welcome.
If we can find her, she will exist with us now. But we have to find her first.
Gabriel was just about to cast Locate Object.
I don't have Locate Object.
Gabriel was not about to cast Locate Object. My mistake.
I was hoping you would cast Locate Object.
I'm no cleric or...
She's in my zone of truth, by the way.
That comes with a save?
Do I have Locate Object?
Zone of Truth comes with a saving throw, right?
I do not have Locate Object.
She says, "Oh, you're the cleric. I don't have a lot of divination magic." Confused. No saving throw?
Okay, save all the stones.
There it is, failed save. Okay, so where's Magnus and Zone of Truth? Yeah, I expected to just grab the thing there and put it on her. Where is she? There she is. Yep. She rolled a 26 on your DC 13. She quickly brushes around her face a little bit and waves the Zone of Truth out of her front.
All right, well, let's go get the sword. Where is Zezarin? Where's Moss?
Yeah, Moss, where are you?
What the hell is going on with these?
I'm gonna go downstairs too.
Okay. Hi, Barb.
Moss, are you following me?
Well, I feel like proceeding to explore the temple is our best usage of our time.
You're following me, though?
Yeah.
Are you sneaking or anything?
Do you want me to?
I love you.
That's entirely up to you.
I'm not hiding from you. I mean, if you're going to be sneaking right now, then I'll be
So
sneaking.
you're making it aware that you're You're making sure that I know that you're following me?
Not exactly.
Yeah.
He's following your lead. If you're being sneaky, he's trying to be sneaky. He doesn't want to give you away to whatever you're sneaking around about.
No,
But I'm not hiding from you. I'm not scared of you or trying to.
Well, if you're sneaking at all, it's possible that he won't detect you also. That's why I said it that way. But
Well,
what is
okay.
what is Zezarin doing?
If Moss is following me, I'm going back upstairs.
I don't know if Moss is following you.
That's what I'm.
I mean, you
that's,
might not know if Moss is following you. Did you
that's
sneak?
what I'm. That's what I'm trying
He's
to.
trying to determine.
Allow me. Did you sneak away?
I did not.
Oh, Moss is right behind you.
But I'm aware he's behind me.
Oh yeah, he's not sneaking if you're not sneaking, so he's right there.
Okay, then I'm going back upstairs
Okay.
because I don't want anyone following.
Okay.
You were going to touch more of the things.
How did?
Rope him. He wasn't gonna touch him. He was gonna do dirty things to him.
There's like 9 more in this damn temple, guys. Just saying.
If we could get out of this floor.
You haven't been
Which
out of the
requires
same
us all to
room
get
in 3 weeks. I mean,
I'm
I'm
seeing
good.
17 more, Chris, because you actually have them revealed right now.
It's hard to leave a zone when you're not in the same room with your entire party.
It's not hard. It's just a bad idea.
We haven't been in the same room with each other at the same time.
That's trivial.
Open the box.
What happened?
Go open the box. Zezarin had a plan to open the box. Open the box.
box.
Open the box.
All right, so the guys wander back upstairs, stopping each other from being sneaky and deceptive.
Well, I'm waiting downstairs.
That
I'm
is the
sitting on
most
the floor to
perfect
get
Moss
thing
is
that
going
could
to stay
possibly happen.
downstairs because.
Oh, really quick, while they are out of the room, Chris,
Yes.
I am telling Magnus that I saw Moss eating the body.
That's fine.
I've seen far more.
Well, I'm just saying, like, we need to keep an eye on these two because I do not think this is a good fit at this particular moment.
So Moss is downstairs. Zezarin is wandering around in the library, heading in through the secret doors into the Lich Room. You're all chilling in the old Lich Room, which, you know, where else would you want to be? Having tea with an Arcanoloth. And her bright ideas. What happens next?
Where's Moss, Zezarin?
Oh, he didn't come back upstairs with me?
No, he waited downstairs. I don't know why.
That's Vezerin actually saying that. He must be downstairs.
Moss, depicted on a large mural before you, underneath the stairs is a large painting of sorts, and it is once again changed. It looks like a huge infernal transporting machine, maybe. It's these big archway pieces, and it's not changing or moving, but it's all lit up, and there's these little black figures walking into it.
Like some infernal portal almost.
Oh, where are those going to?
Who knows where they're portaling to? Maybe they're portaling right here. I don't know. Could be. Just saying. Crossover episodes are a thing. That's what I hear. Anyways, yeah. So you're staring at the painting downstairs. What's everybody else doing? I don't even. I'm watching.
Stella, are you feeling all right?
Yeah. Why?
I just noticed you didn't follow Moss downstairs.
He's getting a little weird.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What happened?
No, he's just getting a little weird.
Bodies now. So enjoy whatever dietary changes are going to come for you from touching that casket.
I haven't noticed anything. Looks like the black arm.
No, Zezarin looks fine.
Except for the black eye.
And she gives you an up and down that you've never seen her give you before.
Oh. Hello.
So Magnus knows where the Sunblade is. I think we should go and get it.
Does sound like a good idea. Just, you know.
Maybe we'll see Moss on the way down. Maybe not. Clearly Moss is on his own adventure now.
Well, you want to grab that chest first?
No.
Yeah, but...
No, that's just a trap. Leave that alone.
totally...
I've said that like 3 times already.
Yeah. Okay. All right, then let's just go get the blade.
The DM says that?
No, the Arcanoloth says that.
Oh, then I totally go to the chest.
That makes sense. Standing above you, 30 feet up, is a treasure chest facing down. It's got a barrel-shaped lid staring you in the face.
Does it look locked?
It does have a large area where a key could go, like a big keyhole piece. You'd
Find it.
imagine whoever put it up there would lock it. Plus, if it wasn't locked, wouldn't it open? Our thoughts you have.
Well, it could be clasped shut as opposed to just locked.
Good point. It looks like it's locked because there's no clasp.
Didn't we find a silver key?
Did we? I think Moss has it.
Great. Oh, go do your thing.
All right, I'm going to attempt to Mage Hand Thieves Tools this thing.
Okay. Yep, Mage Hand can go 30 feet, no problem. Slate of... I mean, you're not an arcane trickster. And what you're doing right now is Leomund's Sleight of Hand,
Oh, did he
which
give
you might as well be able to try to do. Make an Arcana check first to see if you can manipulate your Sleight of Hand to work with your You manipulate your Mage Hand to work with your Sleight of Hand. It's not what Sleight.
Well,
it's not what Mage Hand can do.
You have it programmed into my thing already. Sleight of Hand.
Sure do. You must have I must have asked you the same thing, and you must have hit a very high number on it, so I just programmed it in. Never mind. Be my guest.
All
right. I'm like, that's an ability you don't have, but go ahead. Okay. Yeah. Ka-chink. It's unlocked, and right now your Mage Hand is the only thing stopping it from swiping open. All you'd have to do is move your Mage Hand out of the way.
Oh, I totally do, but I step back first.
What define step back first? Step back to where exactly?
Step back to here exactly.
Okay, how are you gonna get your Mage Hand 30 feet up into the room if you're not? It's not 30 feet
No,
anymore.
I mean like it's up there. I unlock the thing, and the moment that I step back, it ceases to exist.
I can go with that. Okay.
And your lockpicks fall?
Yeah, I can go back. I'm up.
Maybe.
As soon as the treasure chest opens, a disintegration spell triggers. Luckily, you're not in the room for that. The floor underneath disappears. It's now a 30-foot hole all the way down to the first level, and there is literally no sign of your thieves' tools.
All right. I didn't have thieves' tools in the beginning. I just had lockpicks that I found.
That works.
And
Well,
you did say lockpicks.
Mm-hmm.
So I might have more.
I could be swayed into that. No problem.
Well, should adventurers ever find themselves here again, they won't make the mistake of getting into that other room unless they enter from the other doors.
I'm sure Exeanther will reset that trap when he.
Mind you, and I just realized. Tony just realized this dude's in the zone of truth when he said that.
Who? What? Where?
You gotta roll the thing.
Zezarin's in the zone of truth?
Now he is, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure is.
You haven't done any lying that I'm aware of. I wasn't really paying attention.
I haven't actually.
No, you're good.
Am I aware that there's a zone of truth up? Or
Yeah. Gabriel knows the zone of truth. No doubt.
so I'm quickly cantrip message Magnus. Why don't you ask Zezarin some questions about what happened when he touched that thing?
Moss, what you doing?
Come on, brother, do
I
it!
my party for about another minute before I start to proceed to the flame skulls.
Okay.
Seeing that what I seen with Moss, I'm going to ask him. What's the deal you made with the crystal? Or amber? Amber crystal.
Well,
You gotta save. You can try to-
let's save.
Wisdom saving throw. No, is it charisma saving throw? I don't know. Where's Magnus?
Whatever your gun said.
Charisma saving throw DC 13. Just to see the gauge of which you can speak at the moment. Yeah. You're fine.
So, in exchange for this, well, Chris, level with me real quick.
Sure, what's up?
Like, what do I know? Tony is having a hard time remembering.
Yeah, you have to get to a certain level of power. Behind the curtain, you have to be able to cast level 8 spells. Once you do, you can go through a usually it's a very year-long ritual to become a lich. Your character can have it done in like an hour. Just drink this here because you've got the most of the power is already saved in what was a scroll and is now part of your right arm.
Okay. So, yeah, basically I have this scroll that allows me to summon an imp familiar. And I don't know, he gets some special powers, I guess. But in exchange, I have a little bit of darkness attached to me now.
So you don't tell us.
No.
Oh.
Make
What
it
do you mean?
if you
Dark?
guys want to base what you just heard. Cesarin, make a persuasion check with advantage to see if they. And then you guys can choose whether or not you buy it, but at least you'll have this number in your mind when you
Persuasion
make the
or
choice.
deception?
Oh yeah, deception. That's a good point. With advantage, because you're in the zone of truth, so they might take you for your word a little bit more. And then it really is up to you guys, Steve and Christian. You don't have to. This isn't make it or break it. But he did hit a 23, so it sounded good. And then you choose what you want to do with that.
Oh, so he saved against the zone of truth. He didn't have to.
Oh yeah, he rolled a 19 over 13 on the zone of truth. But you guys
All right.
don't know he saved. And then he says this, and it makes a lot of sense. And you guys can make your decisions based off that. You don't have to like it's not like he rolled a 23, you believe him. You're in charge of your own characters. I just wanted you to know how good it sounded.
Yeah, I'm deceived with a number like that. But at the same time, you said that there's darkness in you now, so I still don't trust you or like you.
Right. Well, my arm is like black, so.
Gabriel just made a deal with an Arcanoloth, which is a lower fiend, but that's fine. I understand.
I didn't make a deal.
You
We
did.
were discussing the possibility of helping a poltergeist. The Arcanicloth got bored and just did it.
Okay.
There was no like, hey, okay, let's do it now.
Okay.
So Gabriel has not done anything dark yet.
You bet.
Some dark thoughts. That's about it.
I have recordings, but that's fine.
He bases that character on doing the exact opposite that Andrew does.
It's challenging.
I'm pretty tired and I might be making mistakes, but I probably waited for you to say it's a deal before I pulled the deal.
No, he didn't. I said you're pushing it. I'm on board with some of this.
You could be right. You could be right. I'm tired. I make mistakes, but it didn't. She didn't. Arcanoloths or Yugoloths in general are neutral evil, and on the plane of existence in between Bator and the Abyss, and they're the ones that don't have the same. They don't have to follow the rules of devils at all. They're not lawful, and they don't have the same problems the chaotic ones do either. So they don't have to really make deals, but they can. There's some freedom there, and that's what you're dealing with here. She's a Yugoloth, and Arcanoloth is a very powerful Yugoloth, which is the neutral evil ones that barter between the two. They're the mercenaries of the outer planes, of the lower planes. Devils and demons use them alike.
Probably good deal. Gabriel didn't know all that.
Yeah.
So, Chris.
Yes.
Real quick. My first 8th level spells slot is level 15.
Good luck with that.
Do you foresee us ever actually getting there?
It's all up to you guys, really. I'm not going to stop. Chris Strahd stops around 12, 13. I haven't seen it go above that, but that doesn't mean we need to stop these characters at that point. I can definitely do what happens next or what happens next. And then when you become a lich, if you still want to be a PC, we can talk. When I became a god, I surrendered my character at that point. Steve let Cal become a god, and I was like, yep, we're done with him. Got it. But it's up to you. Yeah, we can definitely play through level 15 lich. Sure. We can make that happen.
Yeah, I'd like to hold on to him for at
I
least
thought you might. I thought you might.
Oh, I guess that will mean Gabriel will be dead by that point somehow.
Or you'll just be playing somebody else, or maybe you'll get along with Lich. There's some liches out there. Yeah, most of them are pretty bad.
Yeah, the Lich can always hook up with Andrew.
That's right. Galinda, the good Lich of Ravenloft. All right, let's go get the sword.
I love this plan. I didn't know if we were going to get back to Ravenloft today or not.
Can we all go get the sword now?
I don't know. Is there still a party?
I've been waiting here this whole time for you guys.
Moss, what are you doing?
To make his way down.
It involves going through the
I'm
skulls.
gonna start fighting these flame skulls.
Yeah, Magnus, they're all going the wrong way.
Well, I have a question. And I know only Magnus knows this, but is this door on the second level? Because it looks like where Moss had been, where he fell, there's a door that goes into some other hallway. Is that actually where we need to be?
Well, where's the layer I need to... Let me just release this right here. Yes, this door here would lead... This door is on the second level with you guys. Yes, it's on the second level map.
So we actually need to go back through the room where the floor is.
This balcony is now gone.
There's no floor there, though.
Yeah.
So we can't go that way.
Why do we need to go through there?
Because that's how to get to the Sunblade. It's on the second level.
We can't just...
Here, look. So we'd have to go here, then here, then here, then somewhere down here.
Oh, because that little broken area is the second floor.
Before you go, I think I found her.
Where is she?
Who her?
The armor.
Probably.
Work for me here. Here we go. Enter mess mode. Boink. Take a look at the other map. The lower the map.
Mm-hmm.
That room.
That room.
Oh, the green room?
Guess I'm not pointing well. I can't.
Just one
Just below that, there's a door.
Remove pointers and that room over there.
Okay.
But she says her magic got confused with... that's not going to work. Hang on. Nope, stop it. I keep grabbing a peg on my screen. With that room. So that part she doesn't quite understand. And she says it clearly. She's not lying.
Wait, it got confused with what room?
Second floor, the floor you guys are on. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Something, it's all connected. I can't clearly see one without the other.
Nice.
But I'm sure she is physically being the wrong term, and then she points to the first room I had mentioned on the lower floor. And she's like pointing out, like she's sitting in this room here, but she's saying over here, make a right. She's clearly saying it in a way that everyone's able to understand it because Zezarin's been down there in that corridor before. Of course, there are flame skulls all over the temple, so be careful.
Okay. Great. I think Sunblade first, then the armor guys.
I agree.
All right. How are we going to get across the now infinite chasm that Zezarin created?
It was there already, and we're going to need to clear out the flame skulls probably first.
I'm going to go first. I'm going to stand here.
Why don't we push each other to the point of the door?
What?
There's no floor there.
No floor there.
You set off a disintegration trap that disintegrated everything.
Oh, that was that? Okay.
Yeah.
You could drop.
Right, there's a floor left.
That's a 30-foot hole downstairs, though. That could come in handy.
It's a hole, though. Is there anything remaining around the sides?
No.
No. So the whole floor is gone.
It obliterated the room. And if you look at the lower map, I just relieved the area that, if you look down, you're right there.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to be there, but...
No, need some rope.
It's coming up on 1 o'clock. I'm going to call it at 1 today.
Okay.
Wow, another 3.5 hours of the same room. I hope you guys are having fun. I'm having fun. I just feel like it's getting weird.
I'm having a blast. It's just crazy that we're
a weird area.
I can't believe you guys are like in the same spot. I'm like, it's great. You could never explain this to like other people though. It's like, yeah, we played D&D for 3.5 hours. We never left the room. What? I love this campaign.
People left the room. Part of the problem was we haven't been in the same room at the same time. in 3 weeks to make any group decisions about what to do next.
And to me, I don't run the module obviously word for word. The module is so dry. You walk into the room, the Arcanoloth, like back in the main hall, the Arcanoloth attacks, you kill the Arcanoloth, it fights to the death. That's it. I'm like, hell no! It's an Arcanoloth. These guys are great.
What
no
are
way.
they? Like, what do they even look like?
I'll show you. Being the more intelligence of the Loths, the Yaga Loths, the Arcanoloths are the ones that hoard arcane. Still spawns of Gehenna from the lower planes. These are some badass fuckers.
He reminds me of the foxes that help out the great owl in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah. They're based off some big bad shit.
Okay. Well, Chris, would you at least let us get out of this room today?
Yeah, sure.
All right. How are we going across this 10-foot span here?
Run and jump.
That's great for people who don't have a negative dexterity. How am I getting across this 10-foot?
Use the rope and go down.
Well, we want to get across it, but then we go into the enchanted room.
I'm not looking forward to going in that room. I'd rather go down. And this is Stella talking.
The skulls are down there.
Some skulls, most of the skulls have been hit with the disintegrate spell. They're gone. Some of the skulls that poured into the Lich's lair at this point are still present, but there are no any skulls on the bottom floor because the disintegrate spell went right through the whole area.
So we have to hope that there's another staircase going up that'll get us over
There is. At the end of the hallway, there was a door.
Okay. All right, and let's go down.
I mean, I could go down and check if you want.
Who said that?
Stella.
Okay.
She jumps down the hole. Superhero landings at the bottom.
So impractical.
She doesn't take falling damage. She's a werewolf. she's immune to falling damage. She's immune to anything that isn't magical damage.
Ever seen Underworld, dude?
And she's starting to she started to learn it. Like back when she was first created, I didn't pull that shit. She's figuring it out. Like if it's not magical damage or silver damage, she's not feeling it. But I think she just realized that she doesn't have dark vision. So she goes, I can't see.
Well, that's not helpful. Do you smell anything?
It's dank and just like the rest of this place. I should have brought some light. Anybody got any light?
Throw a torch down.
I push Zezerin down the hole. Flame on!
Yeah,
So
As
Ezra falls down the hole, but
I didn't really have
I was gonna go with the torch as cannon.
but Gabriel believes that he pushed him. Like it was kind of simultaneous.
Oh, all right. Okay, I love this plan. How do you want to? You jump down. Do you do anything to prevent any of the damage?
Oh no, I just take the fall.
Okay.
Interesting.
Stella, catch me in midair.
Wow, I didn't think that was gonna. Okay. She's going to make.
Can't see.
Yeah. Are you bright? Are you lit?
Oh, not very nice.
No.
Okay. So yeah, she's at disadvantage on the Stella catch me, but she could hear you, and she does have really good hearing. That's a natural 1.
Oh, that's horrible.
Do you have dark vision, Zezerin?
Yep.
All right, so you see her take a step forward and reach her arms out to catch you, and if she hadn't taken that step forward, you would have been under her, but not anymore. And you land with her back to you as you to the ground. You take 11 points of falling damage.
That's the name of this party, the Keystone Cops. Today we walked in the enchanted room. 2 people got stuck. We pulled them out. 2 more people went in, got stuck. They got pulled out. Another one goes in, gets stuck.
Like I
I
honestly
prefer the Fall Guys.
want to make like a 5-minute Benny Hill clip for YouTube about
That
that.
should be our theme song.
With so it's really funny. Yeah, Stella and Zezerin are on the bottom floor now. Zezerin, you took 11 points of bludgeoning damage to get down there, but you are there. And I'll put you on the map with her. And you are you lit? Are you
No.
the light source? Nope. So there's still no light. There's just a Zezerin.
Yep, and I have dark vision.
Yep, you're fine. Oh, I can show you what's going on here. That's like 60 feet, but that's pretty much going to cover the hallway. As soon as I stop drawing squares wrong, here we go. Some of the things you find that are very interesting is there seems to be stairs going up. That's the first thing that catches your attention, but it is on the other side of the room, like way down the hallway. There do seem to be stairs heading back up to the first floor. In addition to that, just like on the other side of the temple, there is a hallway heading out into the main room. And then you start seeing all the doors. There's a door here, there's a door here, there's a door there, there's a door there. And finally you turn around and realize that there's actually no door to the room right next to you. And inside you see at least one sarcophagus.
No one down there to stop him.
I'm tempted to say this is where we leave it right here.
Okay.
because Tony all the time.
Well, no, this is perfect. 2 of our members are down there. 1 of our members is in another place. And Magnus and I are exactly where we woke up this morning.
Yeah. Pretty sure the name of the party's Split. Like that's the name
Yep.
of the...
Yep.
I know.
Yep. Oh.
Wow, guys.
Frantic, yeah.
Yeah, these stairs here should take you back upstairs and get you closer to the sword, maybe? I don't know how it's gonna work. I don't know.
Do we level up?
No, you have to actually accomplish something to do.
Did we lose a level?
No. You will level up when you leave the temple, assuming you've accomplished a goal or 2.
Or left this room.
This is awesome.
Okay.